So, hello and welcome. I am Mark Silver, and these are my friends. It's a pleasure to be playing with these guys once again. This is our sixth sit-in here, playing our Fey Knights campaign. We're doing Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and this is the third adventure, The Fiend of Hollowmine. Looking forward to seeing what this one's got in store. I will now hand it over to your Dungeon Master, the wonderful Mr. Martin.
Oh, hey, and how are you? Come and spend some time with me and my friends as we play D&D and Desert. I think Desert's a word, probably. So it's to give you a little hint, as is the outfit, about maybe what today's adventure's about. So we'll continue our campaign with our next adventure. And as you may know, if you've watched the other episodes, which you should have, was a little bit kind of Cthulhu-y last time. This one is more spooky ghost story. So if you like that type of stuff, probably like this. So yes, I am Martin, your DM, and if you want to play with me, pick up my start playing page, and you can play and pay me to do stuff, and maybe I'll do that weird NPC thing and make ice cream noises. We'll find out. But let's see how my friends are doing. So we have lovely Izzy. Izzy, tell everyone hello.
I'm Izzy. As per usual, I have nothing to pimp out, much to Martin's dismay. But yeah, come join the Discord. The link will be below.
Very good. Next up, we have Chris. Chris, do you want to pimp out all your stuff?
Yo, my name's Chris Kidd. If you search me, you'll find me on all social medias. Just do it. And I do the personal training. I do a bit of streaming, play the video games. Find me and just see more. Why are you still here? But keep watching the stream and the video. Yeah, keep that open on the side. Just tab it. That's it.
And next we have our lovely host, Oliver. Do all your pimping out.
Hello. I am your host for the show and the channel, Mr. RX Oliver. I'm also the one responsible for putting a lot of these awesome games together. I've got quite a group of amazing players around me. I say it all the time, but it just gets bigger and better. And we're doing so much cool stuff now. We're playing every RPG that someone throws at us. Check out Discord to see what's coming up next. Check out YouTube to see what we've done recently. All in the links below in the comments in YouTube. And also if you're watching live on Twitch, it's all down there as well somewhere. So yeah, I'm Oliver. It's an absolute pleasure to be here playing for you once again. I'm Francis, the Halfling Monk, and I'm looking forward to another great session. Over to you, mate.
Very good, and our last member is Brutally Honest again. Pimp stuff out, please. You're
Hi.
in trouble.
I'm Brew. I do co-working streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday where you get to watch my life be a train wreck live on Twitch. So if that's your jam, come through. And then outside of that, you can catch me on Oliver's channel Saturdays and Sundays playing some Call of Cthulhu and D&D here with this crew. So also, if you would like to buy farts or... I'm just kidding. I'm done with the fart spiel after this one, but have a great watch with us, and we hope you enjoy.
Good. And can I ask, are they your farts or do you capture other people's farts?
I'm not going to disclose that.
Okay, I think
because
one of them.
I feel like I could lose business.
Yeah, one of them I think's theft.
One of us may or may not have sniffed one another's farts in a game recently. I'm not saying who sniffed whose farts, but
true camaraderie right there.
Check out YouTube for all the previous things we've played. Someone may or may not have sniffed someone's fart for medical purposes.
It was medical.
Yeah, it was medical.
Yeah. So yes, I will start the recap for everyone watching / Chris. So the party defeated the horrifying Soul Shaker and subdued the disturbed Kiana from its power. The controlled farmers had snapped out of their trance from upstairs in the farmhouse, and they explained how their minds had been taken over by this horrible thing. And poor Kiana seemed to have lost her mind. Tungsten and Polder arrived shortly after, and the party spent a quiet evening at Polder's. In the morning, they set off back to Promise. With Kiana still passed out, they arrived to see the end of the Reawakening Festival, and Deli was overjoyed to see the party and her godchild. All the farmers here had returned back to normal, and Deli encouraged the party to enjoy the festival. And last night, the party somehow ended up performing on stage with Cirrus and wowing the crowd. Day after, they finalized their trade deal with Delhi and took their new wagon back on the long route back to Prismania. As the wagon plods on, Latha seems to look around, which is where we are at this point. So, as you all see Latha at the front of the wagon, looking around, being almostly quiet for once, she says, "Guys, I think there is something." And at this point, the wristband on her arm begins to glow as she disappears in a pink cloud, and you get the faint smell of chemical strawberries. As Latha is no longer with you guys, as the wagon shakes on forward.
Oh, Sister Latha. And Francis will look at his pink band expectantly and waiting.
Did she say there was something? What was she looking at?
I'll go in the direction she was looking at immediately. After my pink band doesn't take me away wherever she is, I will go off in that direction.
Roll. Okay, so you can all roll me for perception if you're trying to check out anything that she could have seen.
Yes. 12 for Franco.
Anyone over a 12?
I got an 18, but I don't think it went through, so I'm gonna have to re-roll. Yeah, it didn't go through. Okay. For some reason, my... Oh,
Okay.
I got a 19.
Hey!
So who
I
got
got 7.
Okay, you don't see anything. And Yurti, what did you get?
I got a 9.
Okay, Yurti and Drac, you don't really notice anything. You're just confused that Latha seems to have disappeared. However, the other two parties member, do you see a little bit far in the distance? You can see that there seems to be a trail of dust that is rising up from the opposite side of what you can now see seems to be a small village. So clouds rush overhead, and you can see that dust is swirling across this small road where there is a large sign that says Milpazul, which sits atop a hill overlooking a vast semi-arid valley. The road ends at this wooden archway with the name of the village on, in a low, dry stone wall that surrounds most of this small settlement. As you near, a man on horseback spurs his mount and vanishes into the village.
Sister Scissors, did you see? Look, the dust.
Yeah,
This must be what Latha saw. Come, let's just investigate.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see what's kicking up the... I mean, there was that guy who was riding. Could he have kicked it up?
It's further away. He's just left us.
Okay.
Call the others.
Then let's go investigate. Guys, there's some funky dust. Come check it out.
Francis.
Isn't that pink pudding's fart?
Drac is immediately creeping around into this corner
I sniff
to
pink
listen
pudding's
to these
fart.
people.
For medical purposes.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for you guys, I have shown the map, so you guys know something's about to happen. But yes, you do. Who has the highest passive perception?
Oh, I don't think that's me.
I have 16.
Anyone over 16?
13.
Passive,
Latha's a rather good one. I think it's Citizen.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
at 10.
Good.
passive wisdom, I have 12.
Yeah, so yeah, Cirrus. Yeah, you notice something seems to be wrong in this village. There's no one around. It seems really quiet, a little bit starting to get the heebie-jeebies a bit. But you can see further ahead, you can see within this waist-high village wall, you can see a dozen or so wood and adobe houses surrounded a well. A warn outside hangs crookedly from the arch, proclaiming in fading blue paint, "Welcome to Milpazul." But that welcome is contradicted by angry voices and cries of pain coming from behind a building.
Oh, angry cries and
God.
voices of pain. Francis rushes off full speed.
Francis, I'm following.
Which is faster than everybody else, I believe. I've got 35 base movement rate.
Nah, we're the same.
Oh, check you out!
Yeah, you guys can rush in. So you guys all rush in.
Dash. Alright.
Oh, you don't need to do. We're not in initiative, so you can just you don't have to do it. You don't have to use anything.
Francis
at this
hears
point.
cries of anguish, and there's memories. He gets flashbacks and PTSD, but he runs towards it anyway. He knows it's his duty to help. He can hear God calling.
Wait up!
Yeah. So you all run.
Sister Yurty. Brother Drac, run, hide somewhere. Do your thing.
You all run through the small crevice and see the start of the small village. Again, seems to be deserted. And as you guys very quickly look around for signs of life, several figures spring up from behind different small tents and buildings, aiming longbows at you. Clear out, one of them shouts. La Paloma pays for her crimes this day. And without hesitation, they all begin to attack you. So can you all roll me for initiative?
Yes, we can.
Yes, and we'll see who comes first.
Francis is just waiting for somebody to fire missiles at him. You know this.
We'll see. You
Got
know
a
they all have
12.
longbows. Okay, yeah, cool. Yuri and Cirrus, yours have
17
Up
for
on my
Franco.
Yeah, just need... And Drax, yes. There's Drax coming up. See if it
That's
puts
a
it in my
7.
level.
He's
They
rolled
all
an
came.
intelligence save.
Drac, what did you get? Sorry. Oh, yeah, I was going to say... 6. Okay, yeah, yours has come up. Okay, so... Oh, and just before I forget, because it may change some of your guys' thing, I've been watching loads of cool videos about how to be a good DM, and one tip is, occasionally, if all your players arrive on time, or early, you all get inspiration. So, you all have inspiration. So... Yeah, so you can. So if any of you did want to change anything, technically you could use that as well. If you already had inspiration, unfortunately you lose it as you get new inspiration.
Martin,
You still get the new one.
you're
What?
superb DM. I tell you that all the time. You don't need a video to tell you that.
Yeah, but I mean, it is a good idea occasionally to reward
Oh.
you guys for actually being on time and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, I
cool.
like
So
that.
that's-
Inspiration for the early gang.
Yeah, there you go. So
For the 4 of us who are here.
Yes.
Hold
So you
up,
can-
hold up. What does it mean?
means
It gives
means
you it means you can re-roll a roll if you have a shit roll.
Why don't you
Oh.
ask Why don't you ask Chat GPT? Ask it.
Can I?
what,
Can I? Yeah. Can I
inspiration.
petition for an inspiration in lieu, an inspiration IOU for Latha, who's away on holiday this weekend, her player, who she always shows up every on time
yeah.
every time as well. Give her one next week when she plays.
Yeah, when she comes in the next game, I'm happy to do that. Yeah, that's fine.
Love the early guys.
Yes, yeah, no, she is always early and on time. So yes, that's fine. So Drac, it does mean technically you could re-roll your initiative if you want as well, if you're not happy with it.
It's alright.
Oh, it's inspiration. A re-roll anything.
It's one
I-
re-roll.
Yeah, so it's good. It is good. So yes,
I would
so-
save it for like a nat 1.
Whereas bardic inspiration adds on a 1d6 or 1d4.
Yeah,
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 bardic
so-
inspiration is it still a d6 or has it gone up? Yeah, I think it's still a d6.
Oh, does
One
it
is a-
improve as you level up? Does it?
Mhm.
Check you
Yeah,
out.
because some of them are D4s, aren't
It's
they?
still a
Yeah.
d6 at the moment, but might be level 5 or level 6 where it goes up to d8.
Oh, I didn't know it leveled up. That's cool.
But the
That's-
bardic inspiration is restricted to certain types of rolls, right?
Bardic inspiration is only bards,
Oh, checking.
but I give it out to people.
No, yeah, but she means it's only you can only use it on certain rolls. You can't.
Yeah,
you
like
can't
an
use-
attack roll.
You can't use it for your initiative now.
Whereas
So,
DM
You
inspiration,
prob-
re-roll
you
anything,
could
eh?
use if I had given it to you, you could use it on your initiative.
So, Francis, get ready. You're coming up very soon. However, one of the hungry-looking wolves is going before you because it got a 22. So, let's see what the wolf is going to do. So, Francis, yeah, I think you're the only one it can see properly. It is going to run over to you and try and bite you. Let's see what it gets, which
Like
is
me,
going
brother
to...
wolf.
Yeah, let's see what it gets. That is a Oh no, I might have to turn something off. I didn't change my dice. I'm not going to do that. It'll make a very awful noise in a minute because I got some new dice on D&D Beyond and it makes a lot of noise. So I will do it manually until I can turn it off.
Is it? What kind of noise is like mad actual sirens?
Yeah,
and
you
shit
piqued my curiosity.
Yeah, me too.
No, it's really cool if anyone has it. It's called like the hand, Bigsby's hand.
All right, yeah, it's in the spell.
And it's cool. A hand turns up and it throws the dice, and if you get a natural 20, it does it on its finger. And if you get a small one, it pings it away. However, it does a lot of noise with this, as one of our players will tell you, because she keeps asking me what was going on. So I will not press the button. Tell you what, no, I will for this. You can hear the noise. This is what you'll hear. Let's see if it works. Maybe it won't work.
Imagine it doesn't.
There we go. No,
I don't know if we'll be able to hear it.
but maybe it's just me there. Yeah, it did just do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
All that for nothing, Martin. Useless.
Yeah, that's the nice. So that was just a 10 to hit. So I'm guessing it does not hit.
No.
Cool. I'll keep posting. If you guys can't hear it, it'll just be me getting annoyed. But I like the little animation.
Beyond is brilliant.
Actually, I get to roll again because I forgot. Oh no, it's too far away. That is fine. It is your turn, Francis. What would you like to do?
Well, Brother Francis does not really want to fight this wolf, but this doesn't really have any choice. This is self-defense. So not subdual damage. He will attack to kill. First one, he's going to go in with a swing with his quarterstaff. Let me just pull up his weapons. Oh my days, he's rolled a fumble. But fifth edition, that there's no major consequences to that. I still get the rest of my turn, don't I?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of up to the DMs, but I just think if you roll a natural 20 and you want to get like double hit points, something bad has to happen if you get a 1. So do you have? I don't think. Do you have any weapons, or do you just use your hands?
My hands and a quarterstaff. That was a quarterstaff I was swinging with, so I can drop that if that's fair.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is that you just kind of you try and do maybe some fancy swingy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing with the staff, and it just falls out your hand onto the floor.
Did you catch your foot?
Yeah, okay. So if I still get the rest of my turn, then I'm going to use my unarmed strike. And that's a 16.
Okay.
Is that a hit?
That hits.
Okay, for minimum damage 5. Pow! And I'm going to use a key point and do flurry of blows.
Okay.
And punch it again.
Very good. Okay. So yeah, tell me what the total damage is with the next one.
Oh, 22.
Wow. Okay. Well, that wolf didn't do
5 damage. So 10 damage from the poof and the poof. Dropped his quarterstaff, but then it went wham bang! 2 elbows, let's say, for flavour. In the side.
So total damage is 10. Okay. I thought it was 22. It's like, whoa, that.
No, 22 was the hit to hit.
Oh, I was like, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, the wolf isn't looking very great. He's covered in blood at this moment, but he's still alive. Looking at you with, I'm going to say, really innocent dog eyes at this moment.
I warned you, Brother Wolf. I warned you.
But yes, that is. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn? I will remind you that technically, because you're in the bottleneck, people are going to struggle to get past you. So I think because you're a halfling, can people actually move over you? Or is it you can move through people?
I think I can move through people's squares because I'm a halfling. So
they can't move through yours without.
Now, looking at where I can move to, is this square an option?
Yeah, Drax,
so
you're stuck where you are.
So I'm going to there. Then
and you'll get an opportunity to
attack I won't. Only if I leave that square would he then get an opportunity.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah,
if I stay in that one, he doesn't. So I'm going to stay there.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so there is more room for everyone else
puts one hand up here to guard against the guy, one over here getting ready for the wolf. He's looking over at the other guy. Ready. Compatriots, back me up, it's a fight!
So, Yurt, you get ready, you're coming soon. We do have one of the bad guys. So, one of the tents flash open a bit as it readies some arrows to attack one of you. Let's see who we can see, though. Let's see. Okay, let me find him on the map. So it is C, and unfortunately, I think it can only really see you, Francis.
Sorry, I've got something special for him.
Okay. Yeah, Drax, you need to move a little bit back because you obviously were in the corridor a bit with behind Francis. But yes, he's going to try and get you with their bow. But I think it's at disadvantage because it is so close to you. So let's see how close he is. Maybe he'll use his sword.
Point blank range with a ranged weapon is.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna reach around with his sword instead because you're far too close for him to get his thing. Okay, first one is it's a 5. I'm guessing that doesn't hit, but he's special and gets another attack, which is also shit, which is an 11. I'm guessing they both fail.
Yes, Drac, stop that.
Okay, so next we have Yurti. It is your turn. Cirrus, you're up next. And then Drac will be coming up soon.
Is the two wolves and sea guy the only one that are currently out there?
Yeah, I guess from your... Once you get more into the open, you'd be able to see them. But at the moment... Yeah, from your vantage point, you can't. So you can only really see the wolves from where you are, and you can barely see the walls. Yeah.
Okie dokie. I am going to run straight through Drax's legs and kind of into this little alcove, and then I'm gonna cast Max of Millions Earthen Grasp, so I take out a clay hand and I go... Ooh. I just attach it to my nub so it looks like I have 2 full hands.
Aww.
And I'm going to cast it on Wolf B.
Wolf B, go for it, and then tell me what I need to roll, etc.
It is a strength save, a 12.
Okay, and that's on B. Let's see how the wolf fares. Okay, the wolf gets a 13.
But of course it does.
I mean, that's just okay roll.
Well, that's good enough to beat myself. So a hand just comes out and is like, and tries to grab it and misses. So and there's just a huge ass rock hand there.
I can say it kind of yelps a little bit as you maybe tickle it a bit. It kind of likes it. It's not offended by what you did. Anything else you would like to do in your turn?
No, I'm good.
Next up, we have Cirrus.
Okay. I am going to
Then Drac, you're coming up very soon, so you can get ready.
Is he?
creep my
The way my green screen filter is slightly affecting the light on your cam makes you look like you have a halo on stream, and it's fucking cool.
I think that's my light.
Yeah, it's like it's just perfect. It looks like an absolute halo.
Totally set up for that reason. She's a professional.
I sit here every week when I'm not outside, which I can't be right now because it's pouring with rain.
It looks great.
Okay, so new Messiah, what would you like to do, please?
I am going to trying to see if there's any way I can get close enough to cast a spell without.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna unless you can jump over Drac. I mean,
well, I'm small, so I can get past him. I just don't want to get into the threatened area.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, where you are, you just can see the wall. Yeah, you're gonna just see the wall. There, you'd see. Yeah,
I think I could probably see the wolves, and then.
Yeah, maybe the.
I guess A is still in his tent, I assume, so I can't see.
Yeah, sorry, just so you guys know, all of them are in. Yeah, all of them are in their tents basically, so they'd all get Not full cover. I think it's 3/4. Yeah, you can kind of see them
Okay.
because they're keeping, in the doorway. But yeah, they get a lot of cover, which means I think it's a +5 to their DC. So just be aware it's going to be harder to hit that.
When you say to their DC, do you mean to their armor class?
Sorry, to their armor class, yeah, because
Okay.
they've got kind of a reasonable amount of cover.
Regardless,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to cast Thunderwave,
Okay.
which is a 15 foot cube
Mm-hmm.
around near me, basically. So I think I could get
AMD.
yeah, I can get the wolves. I don't think
get this guy as well. I think.
Yeah, but then I get you.
Don't you worry about Francis.
Yeah, so I think I might even be able to just get A, though he might have advantage on his save.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of up to you.
Yeah. Just tell me. So, what spell are you casting?
It is Thunderwave.
Okay.
And I think I can just get A and C, and then the 2 wolves. It's very close, but
yeah. I mean, also you could move a little bit closer as well. So yeah.
it's a 15-foot cube, so I'm trying to get as many as I can in there.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I can get the 2 wolves,
She can get
A
the
and
two
C.
guys if she gets me as well.
Yeah, obviously you'd have to get Francis if you're trying to get.
Yeah,
C.
I know.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, roll. Tell me what I need. I guess I need to roll.
Francis, duck! And it's a
Saving
Constitution saving throw.
Okay, let me do it for all of
Is that a
them.
Constitution saving throw for me as well?
Yeah.
I've got this. We've got this. So
I did say duck.
Yeah. You've got this. What's it?
Actually, hang on.
Con
Before I
saving.
cast the spell, I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration on Francis.
There she goes.
So
That's
if you
fine.
failed, it's a DC 14.
Well, I rolled
And
a
if
1,
he fails
so
it, he can add...
It's a 1, so I'm going to use my inspiration from the DM from earlier
Okay.
to re-roll that. In fact, no, I don't need to. Halfling luck. I re-roll ones anyway.
Oh yeah.
I re-roll ones anyway. What was I rolling?
Well,
Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Halfling luck. You re-roll ones. Right? That's 12. Is that enough, or do I need?
But I
Bardic?
gave you Bardic,
So
so
it's 1d6.
you need a 14.
Come on.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you pass. You might
Okay,
still...
the wolves got 15 and 14.
Damn it.
I will just roll for the bandits and see what they got. Constitution is... One of them got a 7,
Fails.
and the other one got a 15. So I'm presuming...
Passes. So the 7 takes full damage, everyone else takes half.
Okay.
In addition, any unsecured objects are pushed 10 feet away.
Okay.
I'm also assuming that might include any rocks on the cliff.
The tents if they're not tied down well. Barrels.
Yeah, I mean, possibly, but I'm gonna say remember.
So it's 11 damage, full damage. So I think everyone who saved takes 6. Are we rounding up or rounding down?
I think we'll set it in stone if you guys always want to round up, but that includes damage and everyone.
So Francis
I'm
takes
fine.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
Right,
good. It's all good. It's all part of the plan.
I'll heal you later.
It's all part of the plan. Yeah.
So everyone else takes 6.
Oh, let me.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like
Well,
that's the second level. Oh well.
Wolf B is dead, so you can tell us how you kill the wolf.
You see this cube from this little tiny blue child, of just like thunderous noise. Like think heavy metal band vibes.
Okay. And you said they have to move 10 feet back, or did you say 5 feet?
Any unsecured objects are pushed 10 feet.
Does that? I'm presuming that includes creatures. I'm presuming.
And anyone who did not save is pushed 10 feet. Yes. So it's just
Okay.
the one that didn't save.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, yeah, I'll move him back, but I'll just say he moves a little bit further into the tent because it's not like.
What about the barrels? They're unsecured. Are they going to move?
Yeah, the barrels would move. They're not secured, not tied down.
I'm looking at them and thinking they might hit a guy or two, or wreck or 10 at
Yeah. Well, not. They might do. One of them might hit you. The other ones would just hit the tents, and the tents are quite secure.
Francis will take his deck save chance to get out of the way of that. If those barrels are going flying, they're going flying. Francis has got a better chance of getting out of the way than these guys.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to Cirrus. You can move. I'll allow you to move some of the close barrels, but most of them are just going to hit the tent. The only one that would actually do any damage is possibly to Francis, but it might just move back against the wall. It depends where you're.
It moves away from me.
Yeah.
So
well then Francis would be the one who got hit. Yeah.
So that wouldn't hit Francis. That would hit the tent.
Or this
guy. It wouldn't do any damage. Yeah. Well, the guy's in the tent, so yeah, it wouldn't.
I thought you said that one came out.
Well, he's basically, think of him being in the doorway, so he's basically just slashed him, and he's got 2/3 cover, so he's basically got his hand and his eye out to watch, but that's all he's got. So, yeah, they're all covered, but they've got they're being sneaky. They're being sneaky.
But yeah, so that one would just bump into the tent. So with that one, and I think that's all that was all I could move, unless there's a loose rock or two on the cliff face.
Nah, I think you're pushing it. So, is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's the whole point of the spell.
And yeah, but I mean, no, that's it. That's all you get. It is someone else's turn, unless you have anything else you would like to do.
I used my bonus for the bardic, so. But if B's dead, I will get out of Drak's way because I know Drak will have a harder time getting past me because he's big.
Yeah, we'll get rid of Wolf B, so you guys know.
So.
Yeah, there's been more room for you guys. Yes, okay, so it is one of the bandits' turn. Okay.
Oh, banditos.
Yeah, same thing. He's gonna come out of his tent a little bit. I can only really see Francis, so yeah, but he's gonna use his longbow. So if you've got any monk stuff you finally want to do.
Well, I do.
Let's see what happens. So yeah,
he does.
Can I use Master of Tactics?
Yeah, is that one of the reaction ones? I think you said.
Yeah.
So what does it do?
If he's attacked, I can aid him and attack a creature within 30 feet.
Okay, are you within 30 feet? Oh well, can you attack any creature or just the one that's attacking?
Any creature.
Yeah, so you would if you so the wolf would be in attacking range. Yeah, that's fine. Let me
that's
see
a cool
if it.
skill.
Let me see if it hits. Yep, so it readies his longbow. First one is 22 to hit.
Okay, roll your damage.
And second one is 14 to hit.
Second one doesn't hit me. Roll your damage on the first one because I've got something special for you.
Okay, let's see. Damage for that one is 7 points of damage as it fires its arrow at you.
I'll roll 1d10 plus 8. And it absorbs that much damage, so I absorb 18 damage, so I take 0 damage. And I'm going to spend a key point to catch that arrow. So he catches it and he throws it back with proficiency.
Okay, roll for that, yeah.
So I don't know what I roll on. Oh yeah, I've got a deflect missiles attack button. Here we go.
Yeah, click that and let me know what happens.
20,
6 hits.
A natural 20.
Oh, so it's double damage. Yeah, that's fine. He doesn't have cover because this is when he's come out. So yeah, he doesn't get
11 damage.
Okay, to E. Yeah, he ain't happy about it. And he is going to run back into get his little bit more cover in the first part of the tent. But yeah, he is bleeding quite a bit at this point. Okay, so I think it is your turn now. So what would you like to do? Or can you attack now because of the thing you just did anyway? So yeah,
it's a bonus action.
Do your reaction-y thing now, and then you can have your proper turn as well.
Okay. So,
Nice. That was my special
order.
skill nicely timed there, and your special skill nicely timed here.
Short sword. And I click. Where did I click?
I was waiting to.
I can
Okay.
never remember this.
It's okay. So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to do a normal attack, or I'll get your shield up, so don't worry too much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. So are you doing your short sword attack, I presume?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, just click. So on the actions, on the attack, click the attack tab, and then just click where it says short sword. It says +4 on yours.
Oh
like that.
yeah. Sorry, I was on on attack.
Then that should.
Oh, nice.
22.
Very nice, Christopher.
Very good.
3 damage.
Okay, 3 damage. Yeah, that is fine. Okay. Yeah, and that is to what? Who are you doing that to? That to.
It's
A, Wolf.
It is the. So was it C that attacked Francis?
D attacked Francis,
Yeah, he moved out here a
Oh,
bit.
D.
and D is quite far away. Yeah, so he's still within 30 feet.
D's within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
see across
Well,
that
it says
rock?
I have advantage if he can't see or hear me as well in that.
Okay.
Because he's attacking Francis, and I see that.
Okay.
That's why I'm counter attacking.
Okay.
So, 3 damage to D.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's done. So yeah, now you can have the main part of your turn.
Nice.
Right. I'll be over here because that happened.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I will say you probably. I presume you've skirted around C, so he doesn't get his opportunity attack as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, as long as you're 5 feet away, he can't attack you. So yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you're up against D if you want to do anything to him.
Whoever's picking up the names on the characters, can't wait for you to do mine.
Sneak attack on E.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because I think you're. Yeah, that's fine because you ran up, so he wouldn't have seen you. That's fine.
And if you had advantage, you automatically get it.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, that's fine. Roll for that. So remember, he does have. I'm gonna say if you move a little bit closer, and you'd be at the start of the tent, so he wouldn't get the add 5. So you might want to move 5 feet, and then he won't have the extra armor. Yeah, and then you can roll normally.
Move 5 feet where?
Just so you can directly see him. At the moment, he's trying to hide in the tent. But if you move 5 feet, he won't have any
into
cover.
the middle of the campfire.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, and then you can. Yeah, that's fine. Now you can see him, and he can't hide. So yeah, you get normal attack.
Oh, I already rolled the sneak attack there. It was 9.
So 9. 9 does not hit.
Oh no, it's 9 damage. Like it hits if they're in
It
range.
hits. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's dead. You can tell me how you do it.
Nice.
Drac rolls over with his rapier and plunges it straight into the throat of I don't know what he looks like. I can't remember.
He's like a bandit. Yeah, he's a bandit.
There we go.
Yes, that's fine. Anything else you would like to do in your turn?
I'm going to move to here,
Hmm.
and then I'm going to end my turn.
So you're kind of hiding behind the tent. That's fine. Okay, very good. So we are up to Wolf A, who is still alive at the moment. Is going to attack Yeti. I think you look like a tasty snack. It's going to try and attack poor Yeti. Let's see how this goes.
It's supposed to sound good. It's supposed to be a nice thing when someone says that to you.
yearly 14 to hit.
Nope.
No, okay, very good. Yep, just tries to bite you. Maybe it bites your false arm and it doesn't work. But that is the wolf's turn. Next up, let me see, because I think we're nearly at the end. Oh no, we've got another one of the bandits. He's got his turn, who is still alive. Bandit E. He's going to try and, you can't see Drac. So, Francis, you're going to get more arrows flying at you.
Can you do more than one reaction per turn?
No,
I can only do that once.
Unless it says you do. Usually you have to.
A reaction is once per round.
Yeah, it's only it's a reaction, so it's only once per round I can do it.
Okay, so it's going to try and hit you with the longbow. This one's a 15.
15 meets it, so beats it. He gets me.
Yeah, and second one is a 6. I'm guessing just the first one.
Wait, no. Okay. Forget that, because I put my dexterity up when we leveled up to level 4, and my armor class is 17.
Then you're fine. Then that's fine.
That doesn't hit me.
Yep, none of that hits you. Okay, I think we're all done. For some reason, I'm missing one of the scouts. Oh, sorry, D&D Beyond did something weird, so we actually do have, because I was wondering where A had gone, and it's because it got rid of it, so now it's E, which makes it nice and complicated for me. Okay, so yes. Let me just change this on the thing, so A is now E. So, for some reason, because it deleted the other one.
A left.
Yeah, A's given up, like I have with Albert. So, let's see. Here we go. E. Okay, so G and so E has its turn now. I think he can probably. Can he see anyone else? Let's have a look. No, he can actually see Drax, so he's going to move a little bit out of the tent and try and hit you, Drax. Though I'd say even still might have some cover, I think. I think you get if anyone corrects me, I think if you've got a little bit of cover, I think it's a +2 to AC. I don't know if it's +2 or +3. I'll say it's +2, unless anyone knows different to me. So Drax, see if you can dodge his arrows, but add 2 to that for your armor class. First one 17. Second one 17, but you can add 2 to your armor class.
Can I not just dodge it?
If you've got any, I don't know. If you've got any specials, I think you've got
There's a cunning dodge as a bonus action.
Have you already used a bonus action there before?
No, that's not a new round.
No, not yet. Not a new round yet.
No, because his turn has gone, so it is a new round for him.
Okay.
Because he used the reaction before his turn.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Okay. So, dodge. Yeah, there's nothing for me to roll at dodge. It just says,
So your armor
use this
class
as your bonus action.
It's fine. Yeah. So you used one before. Yeah. So you can use. So the first one you can. Oh no, where's your dodge? Let me just quickly check. What's it under? So bonus actions. I don't know if you.
Cunning action.
Because under your reactions, it just says opportunity attack. Maybe you've not got it because you've got all the extra stuff. Cunning action. No, it just says dash disengage. You don't actually have the dodge thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm guessing it might be because you're an assassin rogue. Maybe.
Uncanny dodge, I think, is level 5 as well.
Okay.
Maybe. Never mind.
It's cool. I was just checking. Yeah, so because on your reactions and stuff, you don't have anything yet. So you'll have to. At the moment, you'll have to take a beer. I'm sure you get that soon. So so you'll take both the amounts. So let me roll for damage, which is going to be 3. First one is... first one is 3 points of piercing damage. Second one is 9 points of piercing damage. So total is 12 points of piercing damage.
Who was that on Drac?
So Drac, yeah. You do get a couple of arrows inside you, and he's gonna sneak back into his little tent for now. So you can just see him in the flap of the tent. Okay, now we're back to the top of the round, which is Wolf B, which you killed. So it is Francis.
Francis is going to step here and attack this guy C with the quarterstaff, which is picked up, I assume.
Yeah, I'll let you have it as a free action. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Have that, matey. That's a 22.
Okay, I'm guessing you're gonna move, like I said to Drac, you're gonna face him in the tent because if otherwise he's got cover.
11 damage. How's he looking?
So which one are you doing? Did you say C?
Let me have a quick change screens. Yes, C.
Yeah, so just move your token unless you want to have the extra AC. Just you need to be in front of him.
I don't, because it's diagonal squares with him. That's touching.
Yeah, but technically he's in the tent there, so
Oh,
you
he's
get
in the tent. Right,
advantage.
okay,
But
yeah,
if you
yeah,
move,
okay. I moved to
this
there.
means you don't.
Okay.
It's fine.
So,
yeah.
that was 11 damage. How's he looking?
11 damage, sorry. And what did you roll to hit? Because it didn't come up on my screen.
22 or something.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, so what's the damage?
11.
11, okay, and that is 2. C. Oh, to C.
Yeah, how's he looking?
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad, but still holding up.
Okay, so I am going to flurry of blows. I'm gonna. Oh, that one misses.
Okay.
And then the second one. Oh no, I re-roll one. Sorry, so that's a re-roll. So that's a 14. Does that hit?
Check. 14. Let me quickly check. Let me check.
Because I re-roll ones because I'm a halfling.
Yeah, it just hit. Yes.
Right, okay, so the damage on that is 7. How's he looking?
Is this to the same one?
Yep.
Yep, he's dead.
Alright, I've got another attack, so I'm going to move to here. Is that where I need to be to get him like straight on in the tent?
Yep.
Nice. Okay,
yeah, so he doesn't get any.
My last attack. 14. That's a hit, right?
It just hits. Yeah.
Yes.
Can I put C in the trash?
You can, yes.
7 damage on E.
He is dead as well.
Nice, right. I've still got a little bit of movement left, so I'm going to go. Boom. I'm going to help you out.
Okay. Very good. So next up is the dead. So Yuri, it's your turn, and Sirius, you're up after that.
Damn it, I wish you didn't move.
Oh, really? Oh, I was coming to help you.
No, it still works. It still works. Okay, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Centralize right there at that blue squiggle.
Okay.
It's a range of 10 feet, and it's called Wither and Bloom. So I take out a withered vine, twist it into a loop, and I start... and I invoke death and bring light in this 10-foot radius. So enemies are going to have to make a con save of 12. And then Francis, if you would like to, you can spend one of your hit dice and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll, plus my spell casting ability, which is 2.
So to spend a hit dice, do I have to do something specific, or do I just roll 1d8?
I think it's in like your short rest.
You just roll the dice, yeah, for it. So I guess you'll get A and E in, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So I have to roll. Sorry, what was it that I need to roll?
Con 12.
And I roll a 1d8.
Con 12, okay.
3 hit points for me. Thank you, Sister Yurti!
Plus 2. So 5
plus 2,
total.
5, thank you.
Okay, the bandit got 3, and the wolf got a 4. 3 and a 4, so I'm guessing they both failed. Tell me how much damage they take, or what happens.
They take 11 damage.
Whoa, okay. That's
I
the...
I thought
Finally had a
Francis
spell
killed
hit.
E. I thought E was dead.
A was dead, right?
I thought A
what?
and E were the same.
Oh wait, C was dead.
Yeah, sorry. E is dead. He did used to be A. So yeah, sorry, but you do take out the wolf anyway.
Oh, okay.
Guys, whoever's
Yeah.
whoever's doing the cool names with the fancy fonts in the pictures, Francis is feeling a bit left out. Just saying.
Oh, I just did that to myself.
Oh.
I haven't got time to do that.
Here you go.
The wolf is done. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Yeti? And of you can describe in detail how you kill the wolf if you want with your spell.
Thanks, Sissy.
You just see like any actual like grass or anything that is in this arid environment like wilt and die, and you see kind of a restorative shine around Francis while this wolf starts to like shrivel and look mummified and stuff as its life is taken away.
It's like the reverse of Hellraiser, that scene.
Yeah.
So nice.
Are you sucking its life force out of it, and it's what's healing me?
Maybe.
Francis might not be too comfortable with that. That's a little
I might
bit
have
weird.
learned a thing or two from Ferndale.
I think so.
Well, yeah, the wolf's gone.
That is some
Totally.
creepy magic.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Anything you'd like to do on your turn, Yeti?
Let me move a little bit. Alright, now I'm good.
Very good. And okay, yeah, Cirrus, it is your turn. With Drac coming up.
Sirius is gonna move into the space, and I am going to cast a spell.
Go for it.
I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers
Okay.
on the remaining guy on B.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hear Sirius. Well, no one else can hear Sirius say anything. But he needs to make a wisdom save. Actually, that's the first step.
Okay. Is a 17.
Fuck. He saves. He does take half damage.
Okay, what's that?
So he takes 4 damage.
Okay, very good. Yeah, he ain't feeling that good. Anything else you would like to do on your turn?
No, I will hold off on using any more bardics just because they are useful.
Okay, Drac, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I was planning on using the fire, but now I feel like it's a waste of time. This is only one person.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I'm gonna dash up to him
Okay.
and sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
6 damage.
Oh, what did you get? What did you get to hit? Sorry.
Oh no, it just automatically hits.
Oh, so yep. That's fine. It doesn't matter. They only had 6 points left, so they're dead.
Yeah. Same thing again. Just grab the bandit and just slips the dagger straight down the throat. Pulls away.
Very good. So yeah, it is dead. You guys can all come out of combat. So yeah, you are all left in the little start bit of the small town.
Oh,
What would you guys like to do?
brother, drag sisters. Who are
How are you guys feeling? Does anyone need any help?
Nah, Francis is almost at full from that heal that.
I could use some healing. I'm
Jack?
kidding.
Jack, how you took some damage, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he drags her.
Perforated my lung.
I come over and
I'm gonna make you roll for insight first, though.
Me? Okay. 18.
You get the feeling that if the shoe was on the other foot, he'd probably charge you for healing. Just a little concept that comes in your head, but you're free to do with the information as you wish.
I am not so petty.
Mhm.
But I might, as I come over, I might just be like, Jack, don't forget about this. As I cast Cure Wounds at a 2nd level.
Okay.
Which gives you 13.
Yay.
Yeah. Don't forget about that.
Yes,
Anyone else?
I doubt that I will remember it, but thanks.
Not many people wear me as a backpack, so I think that's pretty friendly.
Roll me, Yuri, can you roll me for an insight check as well?
Damn it. 20. 30, 20.
I mean, again, you just get some thoughts, and maybe you've been reading psychology books, but you're just like, you've heard that sometimes when people really like you, they might like push you over or pull your pigtails, or they might just really hate you. So you're a little bit conflicted with the information, but it is a thought that you have in your head.
Thank God I don't have pigtails.
Oh no, it's too late. Could have made you roll. You can still do it if you want. You could roll on the magic table for sorcery, because I think you did a leveled spell, didn't you? Did 2 spells.
I did 2.
Okay. Would you like to? You don't have to. It's up to you, because again, it might mean like a fireball goes off now. So it's up to you. It could
Yeah,
be
let's
something.
do it!
Fine.
Well, magic is the best. Let's go.
What was it, a D20?
It's a
D6?
D1. It's a D20, and then I think you have to get a 1. And then if you get the 1, then we see what happens on the table.
And you get to roll
Ooh.
twice.
It was close. JK, it was close to a 7. It looked like a 1.
Yeah, I'll allow you to do twice, because if you did 2 leveled spells, I can say yeah if you wish.
Nope.
Nope, nothing happens. Just normal magic. But yeah, anyone else need to heal from anyone before you guys can do anything else?
I'm only a ball hair down, like.
Okay. Eddie, do you need any healing, or can you do your own?
No, I didn't take any damage, so.
Very good. What would you guys like to do? So yeah, you can see that this is the start of a small village.
Have a look round, I think.
Yeah. What was it that these guys were saying that somebody would just... What was the name that they said?
Milpazul, that's the name of the place.
No, but they said somebody would like pay for what they had done or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I missed.
Can we search the tents and their bodies?
Can you say the name again? It sounded like a female name, kinda, I think.
You can roll for intelligence if you want me to say it again.
I had Paloma in my head, but
Yeah, something like that.
How long did Drax hear their conversation?
Whose conversation? The bandits or your friend's conversation?
The bandits.
I got a 12 on the intelligence.
Yeah, you would have heard it, I don't know, less than a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, very recently.
I don't
I
know,
can
but
also
for
try
how
the
long?
intelligence.
How long did they speak? Like a few seconds?
Decent as
I got a 15 on my intelligence.
Never mind.
Okay. It was La Paloma was the name that you
La
remember.
Paloma. Hey, I wasn't that bad.
La
So, yeah, you're
Paloma
free.
sounds like it could be a last name.
So you can roll. Yeah, if you want to investigate a little bit of the tents and crates and stuff, you can roll and check the bandits out. So all roll for investigation, see if you find anything on them.
Big 18 for Franco.
Okay. Anyone higher than 18?
Give me a second. Dirty 20?
Okay, so you'll go first. Anyone else higher than a dirty 20? Take that as an error. So I'm going to start doing this in a certain way. So you can choose money, stuff, or clues. What do you think Cirrus would be most interested in?
You know what Francis is not going to say.
Yeah, and
I know, and I know exactly what Drac is gonna say.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
I might go. I might go clues.
okay. So you search through one of the bandits and you find it looks like a wanted poster, a very weathered wanted poster, with a stern-looking older woman with the name Paloma. And below the portrait, it says they are asking 500 gold pieces reward for her capture.
Oh. So it looks like this La Paloma character might be. Maybe they were after the bounty. Just a guess.
Very good. Who got the next? I'm presuming it was Francis. You have money or stuff left.
Francis will find stuff then.
Okay, roll me a d20.
Five.
You find 5 arrows. And also 1 working longbow. The other ones seem to have been destroyed in the fight, but you do find 1 longbow.
I will take them, and I will go hand them over to Brother Drac. I feel like he's the kind of person that might use a longbow.
Okay, fair enough. And between Yurti and Drac, who have you got the highest?
Track.
Oh no!
Okay, Drac, so you're left with money. Roll me a d20.
I would have taken the money had I known that if by taking one it would be gone for the others.
Yeah.
It's just to make it a little bit fun, you know.
We got a 1.
I reroll.
If you've got your initiative.
Inspiration.
Oh, yeah, because that's fine. Go for it. That's what you want to use it for.
10.
You find 10 gold pieces as you check out some of the bandits. I'll be nice. I'm going to say you do find another working longbow as you're kind of going through the remnants of what everyone. So you can add that. Remember, you can sell stuff when you get to a reasonable sized town or something. You can sell some of the things that you wouldn't want. But yeah, as you were kind of searching the little start bit of the tents, you do see a little bit further. You can see from some of the white stone buildings, people looking out of the door, twitching at curtains and things. And I'll show you a picture now the fight's over of the little Mexican-esque village that you can see, so you can get an idea. But yeah, you can see like twitching, though you don't see like any bandits or anything. You can just see people.
Current twitchers.
Yeah, so yeah, you see this little scene of a small village, again, little white buildings. It's very deserty, rock. It's like a canyon type base. There are a few plants and stuff around, but yeah, you can see in the doorways, seems to be people looking at you guys.
Do I see anything that looks like it might be an inn or like a central building?
Roll me for investigation.
Seven.
Nope. You just think the buildings all look very similar. Yeah, it's quite a small area you're in there.
And there's no one out on the street or anything.
There seems to be people in the just looking through windows. No one seems to have come out
No
of the
one
little
out.
buildings. Yeah, seem very quiet.
I knock on someone's door.
I will stand very close by Cirrus as she does.
Okay. Yeah, the door.
Be
Yeah,
careful, sister.
door opens carefully, and you see a small woman with a baby looking at you. She looks quite nervous. She's like, "Did you get rid of the bandits?"
Yes, the ones over in that canyon.
Oh, she says, "Please come in."
Thank you.
I'll wave my hand over to Yuri and Drac.
These are my companions. We fought them off together.
She greets you on, thanks you, and offers you some water. She says they don't really have much, and she just asks you guys why you've come to their small village. She says Milpazul doesn't get a lot of visitors, really.
Well, we were on the road heading to Prismarnia when we saw some odd stuff, and we went to investigate and were attacked by your bandits. And so we fought them off in self-defense. But they said they were looking for someone called La Paloma.
Roll me an insight check as you say this.
Might also be Pamela.
La Pamela, could be.
That's a nat 20.
You must have very trusting eyes, or maybe she's a fan of your work. I'm going to say maybe you see a little flyer from a concert. She's like, oh, well, yeah, La Paloma. She's like she's the hero of us normal people. She has a little band of crew that help her, and where they raid some of the estates and caravans of the corrupt landowners, and she says shares the wealth with people like the people in the village to buy medicines and just food and things.
The bandits we fought had a bounty for her. They seek her. They are an enemy of your hero, the bandits we fought, and they are dealt with.
Is there any way we can warn her about this bounty? I cannot imagine she would be wildly trusting of a bunch of outsiders.
Because you rolled, did you say you got a natural 20?
Yeah.
She says she does know where La Paloma is. Maybe you could help her. Possibly. He just says there's a small taverna at the end of the village. Most likely you'll find her there.
Many thanks.
Thank you very much.
Roll me an insight check, though, all of you.
19.
Very good. Anyone else any higher than 19?
14.
As long as you rolled over a 12, you notice that the lady looks absolutely exhausted, like she's not slept in weeks. And she's got quite a few children with her, maybe about 5 different children, and they all look exactly the same. They look absolutely exhausted. They look kind of like they're kind of sick. Everyone just looks just weak and tired, and yeah, doesn't look good.
Francis is going to start...
Are you okay? Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, Francis is going to start seeing to the children to see if this woman can get some rest. Cirrus, go ahead and talk to the woman. I'll go and start talking to these children then.
Yeah. Are you well? You look extremely pale.
I'm going to say, still roll me another...
I could roll a medicine. I mean, insight's better, but I can also roll a medicine check if you think that would be better.
Yeah, if you're trying to really assess, roll me for medicine, or anyone else who would like to assess the people there, you can all roll.
14.
Rolled like shit, though, 6.
Okay, so you need, this was a 14 or above, so
I got 14!
Gertie, do you want to roll?
No, I'm gonna give the corn doll that I got for Ferndale's daughter to one of these kiddos.
Aww. Seem pretty happy. So the lady keeps saying the words Sereno. She's like, it's Sereno. It's like a weird disease that the whole village seems to have got. Everyone's really tired and weak all the time, and yeah. So she tells you this, but in your experience, this doesn't look like a disease. This is like a curse. It's like, you know, from what you guys just came across in the last village.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a disease. This is magically based. You don't know more than that. You would presume it's a curse, but yeah, you really don't think this is a disease.
Francis knows exactly what it is.
The devil.
That's correct.
You're probably not wrong.
Yeah.
This Sereno. When did everyone start getting sick?
She said that she thinks over the last few months. At this point, you didn't notice this at first, but you can see what you presume is a husband in the corner who seems to be asleep, and he kind of raises up out of the bed and just, even though it's really hot outside and it's hot in the cabin, but he seems to be shivering, and he starts saying, the winds brought this. Please, I need to be warm," and then kind of passes out on his bed.
Does that happen often?
Says all the time. Everyone is cold all the time, even though she presumes it's hot. She can see the sun and feel the sand, but
And the sickness came with the wind, you say?
no. Everyone says they don't like to go out at night because that's when it seems to be worse. They feel it comes from the wind.
Did anything change in the area a few months ago?
She's not really sure. She says you should go ask Rufina at the tavern. She's kind of like the
Rufina?
Rufina. She's kind of the town elder. She owns the tavern. She's the best one to speak to about these
And
things.
this is where we can find La Paloma as well.
She says ask Rufina about La Paloma, and she will help you if she sees that you are friendly, but she says I need to look after my husband and the children. But she points you just down the street towards the taverna at the end.
Now, I don't know if
Of course. Can I ask what your name is? Sorry.
Her
No, yeah,
name
go ahead.
is
Go ahead.
something South American. So you can choose a name. I don't know. Something South American that's not racist. That's what her name is.
Rafaela?
There you go. That's her
Rafaela.
name. So yeah, Rafaela, says she needs to tend to her husband and her children. Unless any of you have any burning questions you would like to ask.
Francis is going to, when he's talking to these children, a little squirrel's going to come out from under his robes. And this little squirrel's going to go into Francis' hand, and Francis is going to feed it a nut. And then he's going to hold out his hand to one of the kids until one of his kids holds out a hand. And the squirrel will walk onto the kid's hand, and then Francis will take a handful of nuts from his pocket and put them in the kid's hand and push the kid's hand down towards his pocket as if to say, put these nuts in your pocket. And the squirrel will run up the little kid's shoulder, and it'll sit his arm and sit there on his shoulder. And the kids have a new pet now. They might be sick and maybe hungry, but at least they have a pet squirrel now.
Depends how hungry they get.
Well, the squirrel can find nuts. The squirrel finds me nuts. That's how Francis is always fatigued.
No. Let's roll for performance to see how the kids take this.
Okay. Not
I gave him a
Francis'
damn
responsive.
corn doll and you give him a whole pet?
Their
I
mom
rolled
might
a
not be
1.
best
I
pleased.
rolled a 1. My squirrel did not perform.
Your squirrel attacks one of the children.
Oh,
and they
no.
start screaming, and then the Rafaela's
wait,
Rafaela's.
I re-roll
What
once.
happened?
You
I
do
re-roll
reroll
once.
one. Reroll it.
We'll see what happens then. I'm going to say you'd have to roll really high.
I
then
rolled a
to
4,
count.
so it still sucks.
But
Okay,
it might
I'll-
not attack the kid anymore. It might just hide in your
Yeah.
pocket.
It might attack and
Yeah.
not have rabies this time.
It's a mangy looking squirrel.
Yeah, I'm going to say, okay, your 4 is slightly better. So yeah, it doesn't attack the kids, but it kind of just runs away.
Oh.
Just the squirrel doesn't seem that bothered. He just runs to kind of quiver back next to you.
Okay.
And the kids maybe they're too sick, so they don't understand, so they don't really do anything else. They're really tired. But the mother says thank you, but she says she just needs to get the kids ready for a sleep at this time.
Okay, I tried.
And Yuri, you can roll the same for performance or persuasion, I guess. It's up to you. However you wish to handle the corn ollie thing.
Take this toy!
Oh, she did a little better than me.
What did you get?
A 20, dirty 20.
Oh, well, they seem way more intrigued by the little corn doll thing, and start playing with it, and they seem to lighten up a bit in the mood as you leave them to play with the little corn doll. Yes, very good. Yes. So, what would you guys like to do? She just kind of shoo you out the house because she, in a very slow way, because she's exhausted.
To see Rafina at the taverna.
Yes, thank you, Rafaela. Let us go to see Rafina at the taberna.
Very good. So as you guys walk a little bit down the sandy street, in the distance you can see a slender figure that tends to one of the wounded villagers on the floor, or who must have maybe been caught in the crossfire, or maybe from something else. He responds with heartfelt gratitude. As the individual approaches, you realize they are more than simply thin. The figure is a skeleton clothed in a yellow and magenta dress. Many colourful bead necklaces hanging from their exposed vertebrae of their neck. It says, you must be parched after the fight. And they say, how about some drinks, friends, on the house? As she points you to what you presume is the taverna, and I will send you guys a picture of what you see. So you maybe, I'm guessing none of you guys would have seen this type of person before, so you might be a little bit confused, though you can all roll me a history check just to see in case you know what this type of thing is.
Wow.
This is
Francis is like, it's the devil.
I rolled a 7. It is not the devil, Francis.
Did anyone get, I'm going to say you have to roll really high for this. I'm talking like maybe a 18 or above for a history check for this.
Yet. I also got a 7.
Drac, did you get anything? Did you get any high for this?
Damn it, mine's not.
12.
Well, no, you guys very confused. I mean, you all heard of skeletons, that move, but this one's, you've not ever heard of skeletons that can talk. So yeah.
Are you Rafina?
It says yes.
We were told you were the person to talk to about, about Sereno.
Yes, he says, come in, have some drinks. I'm going to say you will need to roll me for deception if you're going to hide your shock/awe of this person. If you want to...
I'm not hiding my shock at all. Francis is like...
I don't think I'll hide my shock, but I don't think it's negative. I'm just like, oh, I've not seen anything like this
Francis
before.
is appalled.
How do you get such a small waist?
She points at the cigarette. She's like, do you want a cigarette, little turtle?
I feel like whenever I don't eat, I still stay pretty round. So
like she gives you a pack of cigarettes and pats you on the head.
Can I ask Rafina, if it's not, I don't mean to be impolite, but I've never encountered a being such as yourself, in the most polite possible way. What are you?
Oh, she says, yeah, of course. She says, yeah, I am. She says, I am a little bit rarer. She says, more in the Shadowlands, it's a little bit more common, but there are her kind in this realm. She says she is Olvidado. Again, might have butchered that word. But she explained
How is that spelled?
Olvidado.
Olvidado.
Did you say they're common in the Shadowlands?
That sounds like devil to me.
More common in the Shadowlands, yes.
Did anyone else hear El Diablo? Because I did.
Nope. Yeah, I guess Drac, I'll say you could roll again if you want, because you probably had an advantage on this. So you can roll your history check again, because you would have more chance of
No,
hearing them.
An olvidado.
it's even worse. 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're getting worse. But she says, yeah, so she says, you probably heard of the Night of the Remembered.
Mm-hmm.
She says, well, sometimes when people are really needed or they have unfinished business, they can come back to life and they kind of, they just kind of appear and, they come back in a skeletal form and they can remember everything. But that she says, like, don't worry, I'm not like a zombie or your typical skeleton. There are a special, different species that basically are like any normal material plane person, but they happen to look like a skeleton.
Huh.
Get behind me, devil.
I don't think that's how this works, Francis.
She gave me a gift. She's nice.
And she she was tending to
That's
these
how the devil
people.
gets you, sister, with gifts. The devil,
While
Francis?
this is
the devil
happening
and
and
its
this
falsehoods.
conversation is happening, Drax is casing the place for chests or any gold.
It's a pretty, you can walk in. It's open airish. Yeah, there seems to be, it's very colourfully painted. There doesn't seem to be that much though. There are 3, as you walk in, there seem to be 3 dwarves. You walk in at a table that look at you suspiciously as you walk in. So if you're just casually casing the joint, I would just say, it doesn't, it's very nice and pleasant, but you can't see anything that looks expensive. If you want to check out further, you'd have to roll me for investigation and stealth if you're trying to do it stealthily. So I'll leave that up to you.
Francis is locked and loaded the whole time.
I'm
going to do that.
Okay, so stealth and investigation if you want to check it out, because the dwarves are looking at you as you come in.
20 on stealth, but 5 in investigation.
You're a bit like a ninja, but you just, I think you kind of like this cool, the paintwork. It's really bright and fiery and stuff, and has like a little element of death, which you kind of like. So, you're just kind of intrigued, but no one sees you being intrigued by the colourful artwork.
So, Rafina, I suppose first we encountered those bandits. They were looking for La Paloma.
She says, what business would you have with La Paloma?
Oh, there's been a bounty placed on her head. I simply wish to warn her.
Again, roll me for persuasion, but I'll say with advantage because she's seen what you guys have done. She's just assessing the situation with you guys.
Oh crap! I can't actually do the whole advantage thing on my iPad. Okay. So I'm just gonna. Oh. Persuasion with advantage, correct?
Yes.
I was going
That
to
would be a 27.
It's probably press and hold on a tablet instead of right click.
It is. Yep.
Nice roll.
Yeah.
27.
Yeah, she seems to. She's seen what you guys have done, So you haven't attacked her, even though one of you's maybe looking a bit menacing at least. So she escorts you guys in where Drac is already there looking at the beautiful artwork. And she presumes you guys might not have been here before. And again, I'm going to butcher the language again. So she says this is Pulquiera.
I would guess that's probably Pulquiera.
There you go. And she says it's kind of like a tavern. It just specializes in a local beverage that they call pulque.
Oh, Pull Q area. I get it. Yes.
And you can see that there seems to be lots of portraits of missing persons and requests for help. You can also see lots of beautiful murals that depict series of armed conflicts with local celebrating victories that Drax seems to be looking at. And there is a candlelit altar behind the bar, which includes a painted portrait of an elderly woman which is surrounded by yellow marigolds and offerings of drinks and cactus fruits. And you can see that the three dwarves that Drax is in are seated at one of the three tables and are glancing at you guys a little bit curiously as you guys all walk in. But Rufina does get behind the bar and offers you guys some of the pulque if you would like to try it.
I would be happy to try some pulque.
Very good. So yeah, would you all wish to try this local delicacy drink?
Sure, if it doesn't have any animal products in it. Francis doesn't drink any of that milk or any of that nonsense. Honey.
Right.
Is
Dra-
is
Yeah,
it
Yuri?
sweet?
I think I'm going to presume it is. So she explains it is quite a strong alcoholic beverage made from fermented agave sap.
Oh, Francis is
imagine it-
having a big one.
I would imagine it's probably quite sweet, but if you guys have
I
had
think
anything
that's
cactus
basically
juice-
tequila
Yeah,
Well-
tequila isn't it?
or mezcal.
I don't know. It's made from fermented agave sap, so that's what it is. Would you guys all like some?
Which Izzy would be allergic to that, but
Can role
Sirius
play it.
isn't.
Come on, use all the skills. All the skills.
Cirrus isn't, so Cirrus is 100% down.
Francis is in about it, yeah.
Okay. Drac, are you going to enjoy some of the booze?
Drac is spending his time talking to the dwarfs in the background. In
Okay.
Dwarven.
Okay.
Francis misses
Trying
Papa.
to
He's gonna have an egg.
trying to learn more about here and this place and why they are here and whatnot have yous.
Okay, very good. Okay, so Rufina, just get you guys all drink. Yuri, did you decide if you're going to drink it? You said it was.
I
If
think I'm old enough.
you're 18.
I'm 17.
If you look 18.
It's fantasy
Um,
medieval. I don't think the laws on drinking age are very strict.
Gonna say maybe the turtles are aged differently, so technically you're adult. I don't know. You can make shit up. It's your game. She does get the glasses ready for you guys and pours you like a sweet-looking, syrupy thing in little tequila glasses. Yeah, I will move over to Drac. So Drac, yeah, you can speak to them. They do speak Dwarvish, which again does you favours. So I'll give you advantage if you want to sway them for some information.
I'm generally just chatting to them to try and hear about their voice and how they speak, if they have any inflections or
Okay.
general chatter, just nothing very, very specific.
Okay.
Maybe ask about the wife and kids,
Okay.
dogs. Do they have a horse and cart?
Are you going anywhere nice
Hey.
on holiday this year?
Okay,
Did not take very long, you know.
Okay, yeah, same thing. Roll me for persuasion and see if they are interested in your conversation. That's fine.
Oh, it doesn't matter whether or not they are. I will roll, but I will continue to try and talk to them, and as long as they respond, I am getting what I need from them.
Okay, fair enough.
Why did I close the tab?
Mm.
No, I didn't. Okay, I found it. And it was a niche.
It was
what-
a persuasion, but you can have an advantage because you're speaking Dwarvish, so they're more receptive to what you're trying to say.
Roll.
And if you're trying to,
22.
oh yeah, they seem. However, maybe your Dwarvish is really good, or maybe it's like their inflection a bit. They seem. You would imagine they're probably from Prismania. You've heard that accent when the dwarves speak it, so they probably sound like they've been there for at least a reasonable part of their lives. You get loads of you chit chat for I'm going to say 20 minutes while the other guys are drinking, and you hear about their dogs and their lives and stuff. They seem to be friends with La Paloma as well.
Okay.
Anything more specific you would like to ask them?
I would like to observe their uniform and how they wear it.
Okay, that's a perception, because I'm going to say this is getting creepy, but roll for perception to see if you can watch them.
Oh, why do I keep clicking off it? Right, perception.
Why are you saying it's getting creepy like that's an unusual thing about him?
I mean, if someone came up to you in a bar and just barely said anything and just watched you, but was at the table with you and was like
20.
Yeah, you kind of look at their mannerisms a bit and stuff, and maybe note it for later. But yeah, they just keep talking, and I guess you chip in occasionally. But I'll move on to everyone else. So, yep, you guys, what would you guys like to ask Rafina? I'm going to say I'll move on to Francis and Yuri, because Cyrus has talked to her a little bit. How about you two? What would you like to be saying to Rafina?
First of all, to Rafina, Francis would like to say, can you bring an extra glass for my sister Latha? She'll be back any minute. I'm sure she will. She'll be here any minute. Can you bring an extra glass of your sweet drink?
Yeah. She puts another glass out. I'm going to say she maybe whispers to Yuri, is like, is his sister passed, or is she, not here?
Yes. If that makes sense. Was she poofed?
Oh, poofed. So, So Rafina kind of pats you on the shoulder, Francis, and gives you the extra drink, and just points at the little altar in front of you.
Step back, devil.
Just goes back to smoking a cigarette. Yuri, anything you'd like to ask her?
Are you able to drink with us?
She says no. She said, I don't need to drink or eat or sleep. I don't get tired. So it's pretty cool. I get to wear really size 0 dresses. She's like, it's amazing.
I don't know. I feel like if I could never eat any stuff again, I'd be a little bit sad.
I mean, I'm going to say she shows you eating like some tortillas, and it just falls through her ribcage. So technically, I just don't get the pleasure of it.
Oh,
it's one of life's greatest pleasures.
But yeah, Rafina kind of gets some cactus and beans and tortillas ready for you guys if you wish to eat some food. You guys have been traveling all day. And learn a little bit as you guys are all casually chatting, as Drac is creepily watching the dwarves and maybe copying their mannerisms. So yeah, she tells you she can see you guys looking at the mural a bit. She says she actually painted that, and it's all about the history of Prismania. As she kind of explains a little bit about what the symbols and pictures are about on the wall.
you're quite the
It's
artist.
very beautiful.
What does it look like?
Theatre of the mind. It's very pretty, and it's pictures of the city. You recognize pictures of the city and stuff. Yeah, Yuri, she says, are you a fellow artist as well? So I can see paint on your mark.
I try, I'm working at it each and every day, but I don't think I'm at your level yet.
She says, come and help me light the candle on the altar, which is next to this. And she explains this is an altar, which is called a ofrenda, which is a memorial made to commune with the dead during the Night of the Remembered festivities, which hopefully you guys remember from last 2 weeks. And she said that's coming up in a few days. And she says, yeah, this little candle that you've offered is dedicated to Rafina's late daughter, Carmen. And she says, yeah, would you like to help me put the little candle on for the day?
Oh, of course, it'd be an honour.
Yeah.
Yes, Drac?
While this is happening, Drax creeps off into a quiet corner and goes into his disguise kit
Okay.
to dress up as if he is one of the guards.
Okay, one of the dwarves. Okay, you can, but I mean, they're going to see you doing it unless you roll really high for stealth again. Even then, it's going to be hard. They'll just...
A little bit of a stature difference, I think.
Also, he's a dragonborn.
if you-
It's a bit of a stretch.
I mean,
Excuse me, an 8-foot dwarf.
8.
No, I'm going to say you probably do that thing where you just get on your knees and move around because you want to be a small person. That's as far as you get to do. And I think they probably start to give you strange looks, but yeah. Yeah, you might have ruined your chances with the dwarves. But that's your disguise level is you on your... You look shorter. Oh, maybe be a kobold or something. Yes. Anyone else, anything they would like to ask Ravina?
Do you know anything about this Sereno?
She says it's a terrible disease. She says it's been going on for months and months, and everyone's getting sicker, and no one seems to care apart from La Paloma. Is the only person who's been trying to do anything of trying to fix the situation.
I'm going to ask something, and I'm going to try and gauge her reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe this to be a disease. This gives all the signs of a curse.
As you say this, you see a patterned coloured rug on the floor kind of move, and a small trapdoor opens. As you see a small woman who you recognise from the picture, and you're pretty sure this is La Paloma, and I'll show you a nice picture of her. She's a very powerful-looking, smaller lady, I think is the best way to describe her. But you do see
I mean, how
her...
tall is small? Because we have to bear in mind that Yurdi, Francis, and Cirrus are all tiny.
Yeah, we are like average 3 foot, the three of us.
Well, I think she's a dwarf, so I guess, yeah, you guys still might be small. She's classed as small, I think. You'd probably be similar, but yeah, this small person, who I've sent the picture of you guys to, with very cool knives comes out. Though she does seem to be shivering a little bit, and she is wrapped in the clothes that you can see, but she looks very tired, very similar to the Raffaella that you saw before. But yes, she says, what do you guys know of the curse or disease?
Very little.
Francis starts to speak and then realises that maybe it's only him that thinks that, and then waits to see what his companions have to say first.
We arrived in town today, encountered some bandits who were looking for you. There is a bounty on your head. Just to warn you. Then, when we got into town, Raffaella was kind enough to give us a little bit of information about town and about the symptoms of Sereno, and that people started getting sick around 2-3 months ago, and that you, Paloma, have been providing medicine. But from my own experience, particularly recently, this does not look like a disease to me. It has all the hallmarks of a curse.
But
Francis, you can say something. Yeah, but she's explaining. She's just listening.
no, Francis is like that. I'm role playing out what Francis is actually doing, because he's like almost spitting out, "It's the devil," but then he remembers. Not everybody thinks that. I was actually role playing it out like how he does it. He's he's going and then stopping himself while she's talking. That's what he was doing.
Yeah. No, she listened and she just says, she says, yeah. She says, she tells you a little bit about her background. She says the Sereno outbreak's been killed many since it began a few months ago. And she says one night, a while ago, Paloma and 3 of her allies were traveling, trying to determine the source of this outbreak, and they saw a strange owl that revealed itself to be a terrible fiend. They managed to wound the fiend, but it escaped, and they've been trying to search for it recently because they feel it's connected to the disease or possibly curse that you guys have been talking about as well.
What did the owl look like?
Like a white, just like a barn owl, like a large white owl.
Large white owl.
And where was it seen?
Out in around the desert. She says 2 of her companions died in the battle, so they're still mourning their loss. One of them was a druid named Lope, who died of Sereno soon after meeting the owl. Lope had been researching the curse. That's why when you guys revealed that, she thought it was interesting, because most people call it a disease, but Lope had believed it seemed to be a curse as well. And she believed that the owl fiend seemed to be spreading it somehow.
If Lope was researching it, you wouldn't happen to have anything that he wrote down? Any of his notes?
No, just general research. There was no journals or anything, unfortunately. The body was not very nicely disposed of in battle, so they don't really have anything like that.
Would you be able to give us directions to the area where the strange owl was seen? Sister Yurti, grab your tools.
Oh, yeah, right.
Map drawing.
Yeah, no, she's happy. The only thing extra that she remembers Lope had said, that Lope had suggested that killing the fiend would end the curse for all that are suffering this Sorrento disease. And as you guys are asking for a map, she says some of her scouts had seen the owls and some strange figures going in and out of a mine near the supposedly abandoned mining town of Hollow. So she's happy to Yuri to help draw you a map of it's very close. It's about half a day's travel to get to the mining village. So yeah, she can I don't know, dictate the map or help you draw it. It's up to you, however you wish.
Fire away, I got this.
Okay.
My sister Yuri is an expert cartographer. You must only explain it once and she will draw a photo image of the way there.
Oh, you're too kind.
So, she...
Does Ruby get advantage because it's being described to her?
Well, I'll say... because she's trained in the map side, I'd say she gets advantage. If you want to draw a map that, it could help you. I will say, roll me for survival to see how well you do. It's with advantage because you're trained. I think you can add your proficiency... No, you don't get advantage. You can add your proficiency. Yes, because that's what you're doing. So survival plus your proficiency, which is ever what it says on your sheet. So it'll be plus.
It should be +3, I think.
Yeah, so you can.
Or is it +4 now?
Yeah,
it's +2.
So you can add 2 to whatever
your
you
proficiency?
rolled.
Yeah, mine's just
that's
+2.
Where does it even? Oh, so it is. Sorry, I was
you...
looking at initiative.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah, so Yuri, what did you score for that?
7.
I mean, you draw a crude map, like you know, it's like again like a kid's map. Like you put like mine, you put the name of the town that's gone out of my head.
Hollow.
Milpazul.
Milpazul.
I almost said Milpalooza.
Milpazul to Hollow. You get the 2 main things, and then it's like a kid's treasure map, but it's serviceable. I would guess only Yuri would be able to use it. The rest of you guys would probably be a little bit confused.
That's the point. She does it coded, so only her special brain can understand it, and other people can't understand it. She does a coded special map.
It's in Turtle.
It's written in Turtle, yeah.
Drac, what have you been doing, Drac, while everyone's been talking and drawing crude maps? You still on the floor?
No. Are we still in this like chamber room place?
Yeah, like a little taverna. Yeah, it's not that big. It's only got 3 tables and a small bar. Yeah.
Is there any shadowy corners I could try and put a disguise on?
You already did that.
Yeah, but you can try. You could go to the toilet outside and do it.
That's what I choose to do.
Okay, that's fine. I'll let you roll another roll for your disguise. I'm presuming is performance plus your proficiency. You're proficient in disguises, I'm presuming, because you're a thief.
Yes.
Where was
So you-
the mine in proximity to us?
It's about half a
day.
day's travel. Yeah.
North, south, east, west?
It is south, going towards Prismania.
Perfect.
It's in some hills called, I think it's called the Silvered Hills.
The Silvered Hills.
Silvered Hills.
Masterpiece incoming, guys. You know it.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, it's the mountains are known as the Silver Veins. Paloma tells you a long time ago, basically, they were really rich in different silver ores. Unfortunately, the mines ran dry, and people started to refer to the mines as hollow because there was nothing left inside it. Though she does tell you something horrifying happened where they discovered a lot of large bones of monstrous beasts as the mine closed. She doesn't know if that's just like what people say, you know, the abandoned mine and all that. But yeah, that's
When did
the legend.
the mine close?
Oh, years and years ago. At this point, Drac, okay, so have you done your rolls, and we'll see if you can disguise yourself as something.
I rolled a 3.
You're still having a good
you-
time.
I'm going to say this time you forget that dwarves are small, so you just come in with a beard on and walking up straight, but you put a beard on.
Good.
Look.
So, I want to talk to the head honcho lady.
You can. Yeah, she seems to have been...
I'm going to use my acting skill.
Okay. That's performance.
And I'm gonna. I want to find out about the key to the back door.
Okay. Okay. You could, ask you. I guess Rafina's the owner of the bar. La Paloma's like the, head, Robin Hood character. So probably Rafina you'd want to ask, the skeleton lady, if you're talking about the bar, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you can roll me. Will that be persuasion or deception, depending how you're going to tackle the situation?
Let me read it one more time because I don't want to
Okay.
dick it up.
Yeah, it depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to lie to her, or you're just trying to persuade her that it's a good idea. Depends exactly how you want to tackle it.
He's doing something dodgy, I can tell you that.
And Yuri, it's 14 miles away if you want the precise, miles for the,
Thanks. I always draw things to scale,
and it's
What, like
Four-
Drax trouser
Deception.
snake?
sorry, Drac.
Deception 21.
Hey, finally rolled
Okay.
something.
So what were you trying to ask her for the key? But I'm going to say, how did you do it? She's not just going to give you the key unless you convince her.
So I speak to her and say that my associate dwarfs have decided somehow to lose the key to the safe for the overnight, and we need to do banking soon.
Okay.
So, by any chance, does she have the spare copy so that I can complete the banking for her?
Okay. So, he's like, okay, but I'm going to say, unlucky for you, there isn't actually a back door. There's just a front door, which is kind of like saloon doors. She's like, just give you a key, maybe they kind of put maybe a door across at night to lock the front door.
It's for the lockbox where they would take any earnings or cash.
I mean, nah, she ain't gonna fall for that. I mean, that's a little bit of a push.
But I'm using my acting. And I
Man.
spent so long learning everything about my fellow workers.
Okay.
But you rolled a 3 when you dressed up as a dwarf, though. You don't look anything like one.
That was only to help.
And I'm gonna say they don't have a lockbox. I mean, this place is tiny, so yeah, there's literally there's like a bowl with a little bit of loose change in it. There's no key. You can see there's a tiny bit. We're talking like a few copper pieces. However, as you're eyeing this up, La Paloma just stepping in. She's like, and of course, I'll pay you guys handsomely. She'll say, if you can assist in the investigation and possibly slay the beast, she'll give you guys 100 gold pieces each.
There is no need, sister. We will do it for free.
No,
I'll
we
take
do.
gold.
No, we do still need the gold. That's how we pay for equipment.
Gold.
Equipment? These hands are my equipment. I'm joking.
But no, yes, she does.
Not everybody can use their hands. Some of us need to have spell components.
You owe Yurdi 50 gold now.
Some of us only have one hand.
And can you all roll me a d20? And I really hope Chris doesn't get it. But let's see who rolls the highest d20 and be honest about it.
Just a random d20.
A random d20.
Well, we're rolling on the...
30.
Well, it's not me.
12 for me.
Well, it might be. Yurdi, did you get
Oh, you already got it.
I got a 14.
Yay. So yeah, she looks at Chris and she's just about to give you, and then she sees little Yurdi maybe eyeing up the cigarettes, and she thinks she looks like a cool kid. I mean, don't smoke, guys, if anyone's watching. Don't get anyone in trouble. But for this, she says, and obviously I'll give you this as a boon. So she hands you a small ring, and it's kind of got a little red jewel in it. And she says it is a magic ring, and it's a ring of jumping, and she will give you this gratis. Already helping the town, and obviously in perpetuity, is that the right word? That you're going to help solve the mystery and hopefully end it. So yeah, you can put on the ring of jumping on your inventory, or again, you don't have to use it. You can give it to someone else.
I equip that shit.
So yeah, ring of jumping is called.
Yurdi is bouncing up and down.
It triples your jump. It triples your jumping, so you can jump.
Francis is looking at that item and his eyes are lighting up. Like,
well, yeah. So you guys can decide between you, but technically, I'll say she gives it to Yurdi. Yes. So she technically, because again, you guys got here about lunchtime, and you've had a little chat. She says you guys could pretty much get to the mines before nightfall. She does. Rafina and La Paloma warn you guys about not going there at night. But she said if you head there now, you'd still be there in daylight.
But I think we should not delay, brothers and sisters.
Yep, let's do Hollow.
To the Hollow Mines.
So just as you're going, one of the dwarves, I think probably taking pity on Drac, because they can tell he's trying to be dressed up as a dwarf and stuff. And he goes over and starts talking in he does that thing that people who don't speak language do. So he kind of says in dwarfish hello, and then he starts speaking common to him because he knows he can't speak dwarf that well. And he's just like, you guys need to be careful going around Hollow after dark. He says him and his friend were trying to get home when they saw movement up at the old mine entrance, and they saw two gaunt figures, and they were dragging some poor soul into the mine. And he was wrapped up all tight in some cloth or something. They looked like twin death, they did. He says he'll never forget their hissing and slithering horrid tongues. And as a mercy, the body they were dragging looked like it was dead already. But they said, don't look back. And then he just pats on Drax's shoulder and says, but you're doing a good thing. Just be careful. And we are going to take a break in a moment, but I'll show you guys a nice, horrifying picture so you guys can have nightmares over the break. So this is the image that you guys think about as he is telling you this story. So this is what you guys see, hopefully. Yeah, so this is what in your head. This is what you guys are kind of imagining as he tells you the horrifying story to Drac and the rest of you guys. But is there anything else you want to do before we take our break?
Good.
I think
No.
someone's gonna have a sleep. So
Yeah, it's nap
so
time. This doesn't
okay.
give me nightmares, it'll send me to sleep.
No, you're supposed to be scared, not yawning at the horrifying picture. So yeah, same as usual. We'll take a 5-minute break for peace, and then us guys will have a chat, and some people can listen in on Twitch. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see
I'll
you
see
back
everyone
on Twitch
soon.
in 5-10 minutes, guys.
Yep.
See ya.
See everyone soon. So yep, we find our party in the tavern, ready to move forward. Yuri, are you going to lead the way with your map? Mm-hmm.
I am.
And what did you roll?
12.
Oh, very good. That's okay. So you guys get there before the sun goes down, and you see a decrepit town spreads out along the road ahead. Its weathered shacks creaking in the wind, and you can also see a dozen or so armed figures moving in and out of the structures, which appear long ago abandoned. But you can also see an opulent coach, looking distinctly out of place, is parked amid the buildings with its curtains drawn. What would you guys like to do?
Moves towards the building.
So what would you like to do? Look in the buildings?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
moving
check
towards the
out those
building. Have a look
buildings.
in.
You can just see armed men seem to be moving boxes. They look at you a bit like, what are you guys here to help, or?
What do these men? These are armed men. Are they wearing any kind of uniform or anything?
No, just pretty much mostly black and brown clothing, but you can see that they have like a lot of weapons on them.
What is it?
I use my acting skill to tell them that I am here to work with them.
So that's a deception check, yeah.
15.
Okay, let me see what they get, see if they can figure out. Nope. A 10. They look at you and go, yeah, he's like, yeah, you must be, he's like, you're related to the boss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got a look at the boss. And yeah, they just say, oh, well, yeah, we're just moving the junk out of the town, like just grab anything and put it in the big fire and big pile for the fire later.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I move toward wherever the pile of things are.
Mhm.
Can I investigate when I get there to see if there's anything of intrigue?
Yeah.
Value.
Yeah, you can roll me for investigation to see if you've managed to find anything. It just seems to be a pile of furniture and just everything seems to be taken out of the small dwellings. But yeah, you can roll me to see if you find anything of use or value.
11.
With an 11, you just you find a couple of a small purse with some money in it. Roll me a d20.
$11.
Find 11 silver pieces. So that's like 1 and a bit gold piece.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do
I'm
find it.
going to take it in gold. Does it?
It's gold, yeah. 1 gold piece and 1 silver piece then, sorry, yeah.
So while I was investigating, did I notice anything of a reason why these people have chosen to pick this stuff up? Are they invading? Are they native from here? Is this?
They pretty much all look like mostly humans. But it's not like the last town you were in. This seems to be generally abandoned. You can see like cobwebs. Everything's really dusty. It doesn't like people have lived here for years and years. Seems to be emptying literally just the houses of everything, so that the structures are just so there's nothing left. And you can see some of the guys. Occasionally, one of them will go up to the big ornate carriage and like seem to be talking to someone in the carriage.
think we should just go straight to the mine, and they're just clearing out, they're just emptying the buildings. I don't know if we should concern ourselves with that. I think maybe just perhaps straight to the mine.
It is very weird to, like, I don't feel like people normally come and clear out an abandoned village.
Perhaps you should talk to them, sister.
What was that?
Perhaps you should talk to them, sister.
I
will come with you.
I go up to one of the armed men, and I help lift things, but I'm really just there to chat. Like, I'm not strong.
Be deception or persuasion, depending how you're trying to handle it.
It's my first day. Sorry. We're putting things in that fire over there, right? Do you know why we're doing this? Nobody told me when I got here.
We roll for deception or persuasion. Probably deception, I guess, if you're lying.
I mean, can I go persuasion?
I mean, if you're pretending that you're here to work, it'll be deception. But if you're just
my deception, that is a natural 20.
Yeah,
or 26.
I'm going to say they've probably seen you with Drac and some of the fact that you're with him and they seem to trust him. And they're like, yeah. So just move the junk here and take anything of value. And then we just, pull back to the boss.
And it's just looking for nice things.
So yeah, just anything of value we can take, we're allowed to keep.
Let me know if you find an arm.
And you can roll for investigation to see if you find an arm in the pile if you want. If you roll high enough.
Not real.
See what you roll. See
you can keep it if you find it.
17.
For 17, I'm gonna say you do find. Unfortunately, it's for an adult human. There is like a very decrepit old wooden arm, prosthetic arm, but it is probably too big for you.
I'll keep it and I'll attach it and I'll just let it drag.
That's fine. Yeah, it's got like holes in it. It's rotting a bit, but it's functional if you, however you wish to use it. Yeah. Anything else you guys would like to do? The guys just are moving stuff around. You can see that there seems to be the mine ahead, though.
Francis will start moving towards the mine.
Yeah, I think.
Drac's going to pick both of their pockets before he leaves.
The friends' pockets, or the
the co-workers.
Okay, roll. Same as the sleight of hand.
Nice.
23 and 16.
Yeah, you do. Roll me. I'm going to say just roll me a d20 to see how much you manage to escape with. You get two gold pieces. You manage to. These guys clearly are not the best guys at this, but you do get the money, and they don't seem to notice. That's you.
Do they have any information on their boss or paperwork or anything like that I could potentially maybe slip out of one of their pockets?
I'll say because you rolled quite high before, they're reasonably friendly with you. So yeah, they presume you already know the boss. But yeah, they're like, the boss is called Itzman. Very tall-looking thiefling.
I stare at them and I stretch and go, what a hard-working day. Time for me to take leave.
They don't bat an eyelid, but yeah. As you guys approach the mine, 10 armed guys come out and go, whoa, where are you guys going? This is off limits, you know that. Or they look at two of you who convince them, they're like, we don't go around here.
So, brother, sisters, these are the devil's men. Beware.
If you're getting your arms ready, they're getting their swords ready. At
Drax.
two of you anyway, not at Drac or...
Drax speaks to the guards and tells them that these pair are prisoners and they're wanted by the leader.
Okay.
Deception.
Can I help with that? And like, yeah, they were trying
19.
to steal things from people.
Nice
Okay.
one, Chris.
So you get advantage, so you can roll again, see if you get higher than 19.
What are you talking about, me and Francis?
Yes, indeed.
Francis, here I
15.
found this flowery.
19's the best.
19's the best. They just point and go, yeah, you guys need to speak to the boss then, and then they point over to the carriage again.
Ring of jumping has been transferred to Francis.
Nice.
Aww.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're pointed over to the carriage, but they are all still there with their weapons out in front of the mine, the road to the mine.
What's the plan?
Shall we try and discuss with the boss saying that these pair are to work in the mine?
The mine is off limits. We don't even know if they're using the mine. Did we see
We
people
could-
going into the mine?
Roll for perception.
Oh, come on, reload.
I got it.
Perception.
Yeah, Drac, you're not sure. It's getting a little bit
I also
dark.
got an 8. Shit.
Like sunset, so yeah, you don't know, but you also haven't been there that long either.
I rolled a natural 2.
I think we should try and communicate with the boss if we want to move forward without any violence.
Oh, I never thought I'd hear you talk about not wanting violence.
Francis will slowly lower his fists. He puts a ring on.
Very good.
If you want
Yeah.
it, should have put a ring on it.
So we go and speak to the boss about should we say it's an emergency that's happened at the mine? They've sent word that there is a amputee and a smelly halfling required to complete a job in the mine.
You can do anything you wish.
Yeah, let's do that.
But yeah, so you guys are taking these guys to the carriage. And yeah,
I rolled 17.
what's that stuff for? Persuasion? Or
Deception.
Yeah, again, they just point you over to the carriage again. They said, yeah, speak to that's cool. They said, they look at you a bit, like, a little bit strangely, but they're like, yeah, just ask the boss. They're like, we're just here to work. We don't really know.
Oh, no, I'm going to the boss.
That was
And
to the boss,
this
I
was
thought.
to the boss.
Oh, you want to meet the boss? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on then. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's cool. So, yeah. Well,
Drax may mumble sometimes. Just ask him
Oh.
to repeat himself.
Yeah, so sorry, what did you score for that? I'll let you keep the score.
17.
Okay, so yeah, you get escorted to the very opulent carriage, and you know, one of the guards gives a knock on the door as you see this how tall are you, Drag?
6'7".
Okay. This guy's 7 feet, so just a little bit taller than you. You see this large fellow, a green thiefling, walk out of the carriage and look a bit taller than Drac, and just as
You have like double all of our height. Because it's Drac
Yeah.
and the tiny people.
Mhm. Yeah, if you see this large green tiefling, and yeah, so Drac, so what would you please repeat what you said just so I know for roleplay reasons.
So these pair are required in the mines as there's been an emergency. They need someone who has only one arm and a halfling that can fit in small places. So they have requested that we bring them.
That blends in with the smell.
Right, for this you're gonna have to roll me for performance.
Can my little comment count as advantage?
Sorry, what were you saying again? Just
When
to
he
repeat
was
so I
saying that
can-
they needed the halfling to fit through small pieces, and I added, and that blends in with the smell.
You may let me tell you what you rolled, and then I'll see if I'll allow it.
Performance, okay.
Performance, yeah.
7.
I'll allow the help. And
Hey.
roll again.
Performance. 2.
Oh, yeah, he kind of looks a bit angry. He's like, yeah, no one's in the mine. Are you guys a little bit crazy? And you do see a few of the guards come over with their swords out. He just still talks to you calmly, but he's a little bit, why are you guys there? I didn't hire you guys. What are you doing?
Look, we have been tasked with finding something.
There's a monster in the mines.
He looks at you and just starts laughing. He's like, okay. He's like, he says, you guys must be some of the yokels. He's like, really?
The what?
There's a monster in the mine.
The what?
It's like yokels, like, a little bit dim, don't really get stuff, probably don't get out much.
I'm an air genasi. I'm outside all the time.
He just starts laughing at you guys as you talk, and he's like, okay. He's like,
I'm Francis, the
fun.
Fist of God. I am no yokel. I may be a peasant, but I am no yokel. I'm the Fist of God.
10 of the guards now get their swords out. They are around you. He's just laughing at you guys, but the guards are all getting their things out.
Mr. Itzman, was it? Lord? Sir? I don't know your title.
Yes, he says, he's surprised you guys don't know him. He's one of the lords of Prismania. He's on the ruling council, so he's a little bit shocked that you would be talking to him this way. That's why he thought it was quite funny. He's like, are you guys in some form of performing arts group or something? It's like, it's quite comical if you were joking around. He's like, if not, then
we have been hired. We have been commissioned to deal with an issue in the mines. I know.
Like,
they're hollow.
like,
we get it.
And by whose order? He's like, I've not received any documentation about this from the city. He's like,
it was not from the city.
I draw a forged letter that I constructed from my forgery kit.
no, you can do that, but you have to spend time, so you can't just pull it out.
Okay.
So if you want to do that shit, you have to spend time on it. But it's a good use of your skills. But at this time, this is a preparation skill. Yeah, he's like questioning why you want entry to the mines.
Francis is only ever sent one place by anyone entity, and that is God. We are here to do the work of, so you must let us in.
Listen, do you not have your own secretive missions that you send your underlings on? I'm just saying, there's other lords and ladies in Prismardia, and some of them want stuff done discreetly. You catch my drift?
I'm going to say, because Francis has been aggressive, Yuri, I'll let you roll persuasion, but it'll be a disadvantage because Francis keeps threatening him and he's getting a little bit ticked off.
Francis, please calm down. We do not want to anger the nice lord. We are just trying to legitimately be granted passage into the mine.
Got a 7. Yeah, he doesn't seem that interested. He just kind of looks at you all and just he's like, okay. He's like, clearly you guys have your own problems, and he's like, yeah, you're fine to go in the mines. He's like, be a bit careful in there. There's havens all the time in that mine. But he's like, have fun with your monster exploration, and he just gets back into his carriage. The guards are still all looking at you. They're not.
Are we good to?
I don't know. Drac wants to do something stupid, so let him. Okay.
I want to try and pick his pocket before he steps into the carriage.
Yeah, pick this prick's pocket.
Yeah, be with disadvantage, because obviously he's in the
Okay.
public, so yeah, it'll be very high DC for something with all the guards looking at you, and yeah, but you can still roll. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Oh,
26.
Disadvantage would be the
The
14.
worst roll was the 14, which is pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a lord and a tiefling, so unfortunately, no. All I'll say is, roll me a d4.
I'll roll d4. Okay. 3.
As you go to try and pick his pockets, his hand grips yours very tightly, and you lose 3 points of health points. As he's like, and he speaks to you in Draconic, and he says, "If you weren't a fellow, if you weren't similar to me, if I didn't know your brother, I would be a little bit more." Yes, we just leaves your hand with a little bit of blood in, and you do not manage to pick his pocket.
Shall
So
we
are
head
we-
towards the
do we have-
mines?
Yeah, I look to the guards. I'm like, are we good to enter the mine?
You can't steal
They've
from the
still
devil,
they've
but
still got their swords because they've seen that one of you, a few of you guys have been a bit aggressive, but they clear the way and just like, yeah, the mines are fine. The boss has said it's fine. You guys can go.
Then perfect. Thank you.
I take Francis upon my shoulder and carry him as if he's a prisoner because I forget that I'm not acting anymore.
That's fine. I mean, the guards just seem to be rolling their eyes at this point.
Unhand
Your
me,
little
brother
show.
Drac. I will not go in no captivity. I will walk a free man. You will put me down.
Good acting, Francis. Well done. Struggle more.
Can Cirrus roll me a perception thing as you guys move away?
Oh God.
The town more towards the mine.
A perception check for me. 19.
You hit one of them go, fuck man. Then Weatherdane's fucking busted as shit. You see that big one that looks like a fucking dragon? It's like, ooh. And you hear that as you guys move forward towards the mines.
I turn to the one who made that comment, and I wink and give like a finger heart, just like.
Like, you're still hot, but your friend that needs pretty drunk. Give her my number.
Hi ho, hi ho.
So you guys do easily. It's only like, at least half a mile toward the mines. And you do indeed find it's looked like an abandoned, dusty desert mine. Seems to be a small, closed door, though, to the entrance of the mine.
And
What would
we
you guys
open the
like to
door.
do? You can open the door. So yeah, it's basically not even a door. It's more like loose planks that have been put there to maybe stop people getting in. But as you move the planks out of the way, you can see the mine entrance leads into a large cavern supported by wooden beams. At the chamber center, you can see a derelict-looking wooden elevator that seems to rattle in the wind that rushes from the depths of a crumbling mine shaft.
Any light sources?
This room, there is the light coming through the door, where you've moved the planks. But yeah, looking down, it seems to be dark.
Further
Down
in,
into-
is there sconces on the wall with unlit torches that we could just light?
No, not in this part. No,
Oh,
just
I
seems
can
to
see.
be,
I have dark vision.
I don't.
Will you hold my hand?
Yeah, of course.
Brother
And I hold my
Francis
hand
will
out.
Take a torch and light a torch. One of us has torches. Francis
Blind.
will light one.
But yeah, does any of you have the skill of stone cutting? I'm pretty sure you guys don't. Possibly Groman did. Or you can all roll me a nature check as you kind of look around at the formation of the small cave that you're in at the moment.
nature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a big 3 for Franco.
Yep. Francis doesn't really know. This looks like a
11.
cave too.
12.
Yep, unless you already gets high, you guys, just looks like a normal cave to you.
14.
14.
14. Yep, nothing. Nothing looks just, I don't know, you look at things, it looks a bit precarious, a little bit. Doesn't look that safe in here, but you know that much about mines and stuff. What do you guys like to do?
I grab the crew and head immediately to jump onto the rickety elevator.
Okay, I'm gonna let you just... Technically, I'm gonna say you could stop him if you wished, but
I'm gonna ready it if we're on the if we're getting on the elevator. I'm gonna ready an action.
Well, can somebody read out the jump spell to me? Because Francis can use the jump spell now. Wait, how long does it take to attune 10 items?
You have to. Yeah, I think attune is like a long rest.
Okay. So never
Yeah,
mind, I
so
can't
you
use it
wouldn't-
yet. He's got on, I can't use it yet.
so all roll me for investigation. As you can see, Drac is literally getting ready to take off, just to see if you notice anything before he gets onto it. But I'm gonna say he will be landing on the elevator. It's just that you might be able to stop him before he lands on the elevator.
13.
Now, nothing from you. Looks like an elevator. Anyone any higher?
Still, I've already got slow falling damage.
I wanted to ready feather fall. If the lift
Ian?
starts to drop.
Did anyone get 15 or higher?
Nope.
Drac, you can...
No.
Right, yeah, Drac, you land on it. I'm guessing some kind of cool ninja fall, and the wood of the elevator collapses and you fall straight
And
down.
I cast feather fall.
You
Okay.
slowly begin to fall down the elevator shaft.
If I fall, I reduce any falling damage taken by 20. If I use
Me
a
and-
reaction.
I'm using my reaction to make sure that none of us take falling
Oh, is
damage.
it all of us when you do feather fall?
Yeah, feather fall. I can cast it. It is my once a day ability as an air genasi.
Nice.
So I don't have to use a spell slot. And I cast it. Let me. Up to 5 creatures.
That's pretty sick, but it makes it makes my level 4 ability obsolete.
Well, to be fair, if we have the whole crew here, it won't be, because that means I don't have to worry about you and I'll cast it on everyone else.
Exactly, yeah.
So what are you guys doing? You've seen Drax fall. Luckily, you've cast your spell. The rest of you are just watching. You're not on the elevator. You're next to the elevator. So it's up to you what you wish to
Oh,
do.
I thought he had picked us up.
No. He said he was going to jump on it, so you guys are pretty much...
No. I said I was going to grab everyone.
Yeah, he said
fall
grab
hurt
the crew.
himself?
Oh, well, you'd have to do a strength check to grab them.
Okay.
I would
Just-
dodge out his
and-
way when he tries
You
to
wouldn't
grab
be
me.
able to grab. You wouldn't be able to grab all of them as well. I'd say.
2.
Yeah, you'd have
One
to
hand
grab
each.
all of them. Would be. I'm going to say impossible. To grab 2 of them, you just have to get a really high strength roll.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, Cirrus is very light.
I got 11.
I'm going to say. Yeah, you kind of pull them. You don't grab them. You kind of pull. Roll me a d20 to see who he pulls in with them.
I wouldn't mind.
Yep, that's fine. I mean, you could just give in and be like, "Yeah, if you want to go with him." Okay, you get pulled with him. The rest of you two guys kind of watch this happen. And again, Sirius, you'd be busy because of doing this.
I don't watch it happen. As they fall, when he pulls her over and they fall, Francis will jump off, grab Yurti, roll over so that Francis is landing on his back, and Francis reduces falling
And you-
damage by 20. So Yurti's
You
not
literally
gonna
see,
take any.
as you do this, you start to see, like a gust, like a feather floating in the wind. That, like a giant spectral feather floating in the wind that ends up underneath you, and slows your fall. And I do jump in after you.
And how long does the spell last?
The spell lasts, I think it's like a minute.
Okay.
But it slows
Does it say-
falling.
And how does it? But how for how long? As in, like if you fell so many feet, it delays it. Has it got anything
Yeah,
like
so
that?
duration is 1 minute. Choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. A falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per second. Or sorry, per round. Per round. Which is... It takes no... If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage.
Okay, so it'd have to be a long, long way. Yeah, you guys just slowly float down.
Yeah, it would have to fall 600 feet for it to
That's
nullify.
just checking, yeah.
Featherfall.
Luckily for you, Drax, you don't come to a bloody end.
There was no luck. This was from memory. I remembered the feather.
I mean, you guys need to, like... I might not allow it to happen all the time, though, because you wouldn't know till it was probably too late. Usually. So I will say, be careful from now on, because...
It does say as a reaction, so as long as I'm paying attention.
But he
That's
would
the
be
entire point of the spell.
Oh yeah, but I'd say you'd have to roll a perception, as in if you saw him do it, and then, before... I presume you have to be able to see him? That's the spell.
Doesn't actually say.
I would imagine you'd have to see him, so if he fell, yeah, I would say you probably struggle.
5 creatures within range, and the range is 60 feet.
Okay, fair enough. Well, anyway, you guys all fall down slowly into another room, but all slowly. Find yourself, I'll show you the new map, as you fall into another cavern, which looks like... And it shows up. Here we go. This. So yeah, you can see where hopefully when your tokens have appeared, you can change them if you wish. Though we will be finishing in probably, I'm guessing, 45 minutes-ish. Hopefully it's put the cloud up so you guys can't see all the secret rooms. But again, if it's not, that's again what Albert Rodi is now doing. Yes, this is where you guys all land, and you can see that the cave seems to go on a little bit further.
I can't see.
Ah, shit, sorry. Giant ass.
Yeah, this is
Giant Cirrus even.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe if you want...
It is so janky on an iPad.
Yeah, so... But, yeah, what would you guys like to do?
For you.
I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Ah! Somebody undid it.
Sorry.
Well, you are in a dark cave with no light, so unless any of you have... some of you said you were going to come and do torches before.
I lit a torch.
I have dark vision, so I'm fine.
Okay, but remember, you don't get dark vision if someone's got a torch, so...
Yeah.
But if you've got a torch, yeah, you can see ahead there seems to be a door.
I will test the door, see if it's open.
Yeah, so you guys position yourselves where you would like to be, and then I will...
Is the door here?
No, the door is here where Yuri is. So Yuri and I'm guessing Francis, did you say you would look at the door?
Yeah.
As you look at the door, you feel the ground around you start to change as you start to fall, unless one of you is going to do anything.
Again.
I can cast Feather Fall. Use Feather Fall. Not Feather
I
Fall.
can cast Feather Fall again.
Yeah, she can.
But I end up then I will be using a spell slot.
It's fine. So it's only for Yuri and Francis, the Drac and Cirrus. You just see them. You see the ground beneath them seems to glow, and as does the door as they fall down.
So,
but I presume you're using your spell to stop them falling again.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll come back. So you guys float.
Can you guys stop falling? Sorry.
So Drac and Cirrus, what are you guys doing? You've seen your friends.
Have they hit a bottom yet?
You don't know. You can't see them. The ground is covered up. It doesn't seem to be a hole.
Have you guys hit the bottom?
Can I use my athletics to try and traverse past?
The ground is there now. They kind of like sunk into the ground and disappeared. The ground is still there. You can't hear or see them, and they seem to be falling down in darkness.
What do we see above us if we look up the way we were falling? What do we see?
If you've got your torch, you can just see Tavern above you.
Wait, does that mean Drac can't see anymore?
I can't see.
Francis?
Yep. So that's what I said. What would you guys like to do? Well, I'm going.
I mean,
to
I can see.
Cirrus and Drac, what are you doing? Your friends you can't hear or see, and I'll do.
I can see that. I can see.
What would you like to do?
And I so the ground has reappeared. Can I roll an Arcana check? Not that I'm very good at it.
You can, yes.
But that's an 8.
Yeah, you're not sure. You're pretty sure that there's no hole, so you would imagine there's something magical, but you're not really sure what it is.
There seemed to be something about the door. Do you know a thing or two about weird magic things that happen with doors? That may or may not be locked?
I know nothing about doors, but I might be able to open it. But I can't see, so...
I guess I have a torch. In like an adventurer's kit, so I light a torch.
And remember to be reducing your torches. You usually start with 10.
Are we still falling?
Yeah, I'll do you guys separately. You split the team unintentionally. You guys are still falling.
Oh my days.
So what would you like to do? So I'm going to say, Cirrus, you've kind of used a bit of what your turn to do, investigating Drac. What are you going to do before we go to the other team?
I attempt to open the door.
Are you just walking up to the door?
Yes.
Same thing happens. The floor begins to low again, and you begin to fall down without the spell.
No, I cast it on all of us. I can cast it on 5 people.
But this is after the minute, so he'll be falling. Unless you cast it again.
Then
Don't cast
I'll be
it.
You can cast it again if you want.
I won't. I won't, because I don't. Otherwise, I use up pretty much all of my spell slots.
Don't cast it. It's fine.
Okay, if that's fine. So yeah, you begin falling.
Since we didn't technically have a long rest between the bandit fight and now.
No.
Wow.
I'll say that it would be reasonable if you wanted to say you had a short rest in the tavern, if that makes any difference.
Oh, so I would have my 1 hit point back. I would have my key points back as well.
If that makes any difference, because you kind of rested when you were eating and talking. I'll allow that, but you've not had anything longer than that. Drac. I'm gonna be nice because your other friends are slowly falling, so you'd zoom past them. So you can give me a acrobatics check to see if you can slightly stop your fall a little bit to reduce.
If they're still falling slowly, then he'll be falling slowly too.
17.
I'll be nice. So, that's for a minute.
Can I try to diverse myself towards the light of Francis falling in the darkness so that I slow my descent as well?
Again, this is more like the rule of cool because I think it looks cooler. So yes, you see Yuri and Francis probably. Maybe are you screaming? Would you be scared? Do you not care? Is it fun?
I am.
Tell me. Tell me what you
I'm
guys are doing.
Underneath Yuri, like holding onto the back of her shell so that she's on top of me, so that when we land, because I know that I can absorb a lot of this damage with my monk ability. If we do land and it does hurt, I'll take it and not her. So I'm holding on to Yuri. Hold on, sister!
We're not even going that fast!
So as you say, we're not going that fast. Drac zooms past you guys. And Drax, you did get a reasonable score. So all I'm going to say is you managed to grab onto Yuri or Francis. I think you said Francis. And maybe your girth, maybe Featherfall's not that strong. And you pull them faster down. However... you fall off.
But he had Featherfall on him.
No, I've changed it. He's not got it. Not after
It's
a minute.
okay.
Do the rule of cool for a bit. So yeah, Axe, you are fine, but you just need to roll me 2d6. So you managed to slow a bit by grabbing onto your friends just as they got to the end of the spell, but you do take some damage.
Now we're talking.
Now we're moving.
2d6.
7.
Okay, so you take 7 points of damage as you partially land crookedly on your feet. But your friends, the spell ends just in time for you guys, and you two, Francis and Yuri, you land at the bottom of a pit that seems to be covered in bones.
I use my reaction and absorb up to 20 points of damage, so whatever 2d6 is.
No, you two are fine. You two have still got the spell going.
Oh,
so
do
you
we
two
know
are fine
about
for us.
how far we fell?
Yes, you fell 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use
Would have
mage
been half
hand.
a round.
Yeah, but I'm trying to teach someone a lesson. Remember, the DM is the thing. You can't be like, constantly. So yeah, I think that is a reasonable thing that you guys have done. So,
I'm gonna use mage hand as a cantrip and take my 50 feet of rope, and you'll just see Sirius a couple of like fingertips poking out of the floor, probably with like some rope there that you could tie off to climb down.
I grabbed that. I
um,
grabbed that rope.
There is no
and
rope.
tie-
The ground has again closed as it did before. You are.
No,
The
but if the
darkness.
hand is above the ground.
It
Oh.
wouldn't have gone through the roof of the cavern, I think is what he's saying to...
Oh, I
Soon
thought it
as-
was like a.
As soon as Drac disappeared, the ground recovered.
It filled up again.
Yeah.
I should have tied that rope around my waist.
If anyone wants to go into the boring logistics of the spells and stuff, I will explain at the end. But yes, it is. Ground is still there.
Oh, you will.
Sirius, you should jump. I will catch you. You'll be fine.
So Sirius, we'll move to you. You are alone in the cavern, in the darkness.
I have
Okay.
realized that there's something to do with messing with the door. So-
I'll allow you to roll another Arcana check if you wish, because you've figured out that clearly you've watched your friends. Something happened to them.
Can I roll with advantage? Because I'm not an idiot.
I don't know if you can use that as logic. I think your friends didn't use logic when one of them jumped on the same space and fell through. I'll just say it's going to be easier, so I'll lower the DC.
Because I rolled an 8.
Oh,
Oh, you don't. She's like, something magic. You're like, maybe a third time. If you just do it the third time, it'll probably work.
Not like that. What I will do is
You don't have to
I
do
have-
anything. That just means you can't figure it out. You're still standing where you are.
no. What I'm gonna exactly. So I'm going to use my rope. Take a page from Yuri's book and tie my rope to my waist. And is there anything nearby to which I can tie some rope to?
the door.
Yeah. Do you want to walk towards the door and tie it to it?
Yeah, not
door
until this
handle.
rope is tied off.
Just roll me for investigation. It's going to be reasonably low, just to see if you can find something that would be heavy enough to tie around it and stuff.
What is with these garbage rolls? 7.
I mean, you could risk it. There doesn't seem to be any anything easy to tie with apart from the door, unfortunately. I mean, I'd say you probably, if there's anything heavy in your backpack, but then you probably wouldn't be able to lift it if it was heavy enough to do.
How heavy are we talking?
Well, you'd have to be heavier than you to obviously
Oh.
hold your weight.
Because I'm quite light, but my backpack is also very light.
Yeah, if you had something heavy, anything
Actually,
heavier than you would
if I
or spell
Actually,
that makes
no.
something heavy.
I have my backpack is heavier than me.
Okay, so that's fine.
So if I put my backpack with all of my use my backpack with all of my weapons
Hmm.
and all of my equipment, then it is heavier than I am.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I am very light. I am only 50 pounds.
Okay, so are
'Cause
you
I am
gonna?
like air.
And what is in your backpack?
Literally bedrolls, candles, costumes,
Okay.
the corn dolls we got,
No, that's fine.
disguise kit. Oh, I have a disguise kit.
Yep. So are you going to stand where Drac just was?
So I've tied off the rope is tied,
But you're going to stand where Drax was.
and I will stand where Drac was. But I won't put the rope out all the way, the full length. I'll sort of have the rope over my shoulder so I can climb down instead of falling.
Okay. Fine. So that'll be a athletics check, I think, if you're going to do that in a minute. But yeah, again.
Could it be acrobatics? Because I'm trying
I'm
trying to sort of gracefully fall.
No, I think climbing's always athletics. But you can, you go to the floor again. It glows. You pass through the rock and begin falling. Now, I'm gonna be nice because of other stuff that's happened. So you can roll me a E6, and if it's even, it's a yes, and if it's an odd, it's a no. And I'd say you really want this to be a no answer.
It's an odd. It's a 1.
Luckily for you, the rock reforms. Somehow the rope seems to be now stuck in the rock, so it does stick. But you'll still need to do me the athletics check just to get down a few feet safely. But it's not going to be too high.
Okay. Oh shit! I did acrobatics instead. Sorry. Ignore that. There it is. My brain malfunctioned. 15.
You're fine. You managed to easily get done. The rope seems to be stuck where it is, though.
Okay. I get down. I'm like, guys, are you alive? Oh wait, I can see you because I have dark vision.
I put the way of a torch down here. We're fine, sister. Are you okay?
So, yep.
Are you fine?
You all fell through a hole. Had to make sure you didn't die.
It's fine. I caught us all.
I tried to bring rope up to you. Did you get it? And I'll dispel mage hand, and I guess my rope will fall down.
Yeah, it will. That's fine. You guys have all comically fallen down this hole, mostly, but only one of you got a little bit injured. But as you all look around,
but I'm falling
none
like
of
that.
you. Yeah, none of you have really fallen properly, and Drax only barely fell a little bit. But I'm guessing one of you has a torch. Francis has his torch. As you guys have all looked around, you can smell a horrendous stench, and you can see hundreds of humanoid and animal bones that seem to fill the chamber.
I'm assuming we're on the second part of the map.
Yes, let me reveal now that you guys are all here. So, fingers crossed it will let me show you guys where you are. You guys can now see... let's see if it lets me get rid of it. This bit. This bit. Can you guys see it? It's like a room
I don't think it was ever hidden.
We see 4 rooms. I'm assuming it's the second one?
Yeah, see, this is why I don't like Owlbear, because on mine it's showing that there's stuff that's
This
covered,
one?
but it's fine. Yeah, you're in that one. So, I will be sending a complaint to Owlbear, because your maps are shit and don't do anything. So yeah, this is where you guys are, in this kind of bone room, covered in bones.
There goes another sponsorship.
And well, they shouldn't make a shit product, I mean...
Alright, Leo, sharp.
But yes, there seems to be, you can see a cavern here that seems to be going up, and there seems to be another cavern here going down. But what would you guys like to do?
We'll have a look around in the bones and stuff first. I'm a bit worried about what's all in here.
I don't know that I want to know what's in there.
I don't think I want to know, but I'm going to be investigating anyway.
I'm gonna go back up and fall through the floor again.
Please don't. I'm not casting the spell again.
I'll go through all of you. You can tell me. So Francis said first. So Francis, do you want to roll for investigation to see if you can see anything?
Rig 3.
3? Nah, just look like bones.
Okay.
Yuri, what would you like to do next?
I'm gonna stay near the torch and just walk around.
Okay, Drac, what have you been doing? Obviously, you've been recovered from your injury.
I am going to run directly towards the first door that I see, and I'm going that way.
Oh, Frank.
You don't have a torch.
But you,
I
did
do. Did you not give me the torch?
No, I had
I
the
fell.
torch.
Oh, you still have it. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you gave me a torch. Never mind.
I think you've got torches though.
Francis had
I
one.
do,
in
but I
hand.
don't want to use any of them because I've already used 3.
I'll hand you the
Okay.
one I've got if you want.
Okay, and now I run this way then.
Okay. So you
Oh,
just,
I have torches too.
We all have torches.
I'm following.
We all
you.
have torches, but I've used a lot of them. That's why I'm reluctant to
Yeah,
use
he
anymore.
used a whole bunch of his hunting caterpillars.
That's
How
right.
Okay.
about I just cast a bonfire in the middle of the room?
yeah, you can do.
But then
Drax-
you're gonna burn all of the stuff.
Careful,
I
if
mean,
you
I guess-
and stuff lying around.
Okay, so let's go back to Drax's turn. So Drac, what are you doing? Are you running upstairs or downstairs?
Down south on the map.
That's fine. Yep. So you can move yourself to the next room, which is here with the rug and stuff in it.
Frank's following.
Yeah, I feel like we
okay.
should all. Drax, slow down. I feel like we should all stick together.
Frank's keeping up with him. I've got a 35 movement rate. If he's there, I'm there.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, I'm the same speed as Francis.
Okay.
Poor
yeah,
Yurdi is the only one who would be falling behind.
Come
I made a
Seven.
fire.
You can make I guess. I don't know how long it lasts with bones, but yeah,
I
that's
put
fine.
it over in the corner.
So you're just
Because
gonna
all the-
cremate all these bodies.
All the light left, so I don't know where the hell I'd be going.
I mean, roll for again. Just roll me a d6. If you get an even number, it's a yes. If it's an odd, it's a no. To see if the bones light a bit.
Yurdi, we're not
burn
running a
at all.
crematorium.
Oh, they don't. Did you get an odd number? I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a 1.
No, it doesn't work. There's not enough other fibers. But you guys do find yourself in another room. You can see some damaged furniture has been dragged into this area to create a study. You can see 2 bookshelves stand alongside chairs and desks covered with papers. Cave walls feature gouges as if some powerful creature has dragged its claws across the stone.
I'm 100% looking at those papers.
Mm.
Okay.
I'll investigate.
fine.
I'll investigate somewhere else in the room where she's not investigating.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can all
I
go
guess
through
that's
different
over
things. So yeah. So yep, Cirrus, you can. So you want to look at the bookshelves?
No, I wanted to investigate the papers.
So the papers are on the desk. So are you looking at the desks?
Yes.
You can see nubs of charcoal and drawings are scattered across the desk. The sketches range from some mundane portraits and cityscapes to some ghastly renditions of demonic faces, saucer-sized eyes. Now...
What eyes?
Saucer-sized eyes.
Oh,
So, I guess Cirrus if you're looking, but I guess if the rest of the party are looking... I think unfortunately for you guys, none of you are really from Prismania, the city, are you?
No.
Like you're...
Chris
okay.
and Brew are having a battle with something up in there. I can't see because I'm not on that bit of the map. I can see their 2 little names moving around. They're sword fighting an owlbear or something.
Keeps them busy.
Yeah.
You can all roll me a history check if you want, but it'll be a disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay.
oh, that is probably gonna stay. 3.
5.
Now you don't recognize buildings or anything from the
7.
pictures.
Oh, 9, sorry, 9.
Yeah, same for you. You don't really seem to recognize
Hey,
any
Chris,
of
how
it.
did you get 5?
That's what it said.
Just 3.
Yeah, it says
Oh.
3.
Oh, 3, yeah. It's probably on a lower one. I don't know. It came up on my screen and said 5.
So yeah, the only thing you do recognize is it does seem to say Autumn District, the bottom of some of the pictures.
Isn't that where we live?
Yeah, that's where we started in the Autumn District. That's where Bob's office is. Blob's office is in the Autumn District.
So yes, I will say that is what you discover. What is everyone else looking at around the room?
I'm looking at the bookshelves.
Okay, that's fine. So you go to the bookshelves and you can see there seems to be a mix of fiction, history books, Yeah, seems to be some quite in-depth books, but you're going to need to roll me a investigation check to see if you can find anything that would be of value or of use.
Can Drax do the same, please?
17 for Franco.
I'll allow you both to do it if you wish and see. Yeah, Francis, yeah, you think you find something interesting, but I'll let Drax do it as well. Yeah, you can roll me as well.
11.
Drax, yeah, books maybe aren't your thing. You don't really find anything that of interest.
I have you know, it's part of my character. I read poetry, so
Okay.
books are not beyond my means.
If you can do a poem for me right now, I'll let you roll again. You got to do it now.
Nice
No.
one.
I'll let you roll
Roses are red, violets are blue. Martin's the best DM. You should hire him.
Fair enough. You can roll again with advantage. Don't be doing that all the time.
Shit, what am I rolling?
Investigation, but I'll let you do it with advantage, so you can roll twice.
9.
Is that the highest?
Yeah.
You just find the poem that you just did for me in a piece of paper. But you do find something.
And you wonder who this Martin is.
You do wonder. Yeah. Francis, yeah, you're quite impressed. You find a scroll of lesser restoration and seems to be a spell book filled with about 3 spells. There seems to be an alarm spell, a find familiar spell, and an illusory script spell.
Now,
Seems to
are
be,
they, what kind of spells are the wizard spells? Are the druid spells? Do I know that much?
The spell book seems to be wizard spells. I think lesser restoration is a cleric spell. Might be cast as a wizard spell as well. I'm not sure.
We don't have wizards
I might.
or clerics.
Bard might
but-
get it too.
Yeah,
I will call over to Cirrus. Cirrus, have a look at this book. I think this might interest you. And the scroll was a scroll.
A scroll of lesser
Lesser
restoration.
Let me check if it is something that I get.
Definitely, clerics definitely get it. I don't know if
anybody
other
use
classes.
scrolls? Isn't a scroll an anybody thing? No.
I think so. I'm not 100%. Yeah. I've said the old rules used to be that like certain classes, because thieves used to be able to use it. So yeah, I think anyone can use it. I think that's basically how it works. It's like a magic item. I don't think you actually need to be
And
qualified
I think
in it.
lesser restoration that cures it does cure disease plus other stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
poison and
Yeah,
paralysis.
poison and paralysis.
Bards
yeah.
do get it, so.
I
Yeah,
will hand them
but I'll-
to Cirrus anyway, and she can decide what gets done with them.
Oh, thank you.
Very good.
Only because
yeah.
a sorcerer, you've got innate magic ability, right? You don't need read it from books. Yeah, right.
Say what?
You've got innate magic ability. That book isn't any good to you. You don't learn your magic from books. Am I right?
Nah, I'm talented by birth.
Yeah.
Sweet. As long as I'm making sure I'm not giving that to the wrong person.
No,
After you
it's a
giving
wi-
me that ring, I don't want to not give you something that's good for you.
It's definitely a wizard thing would want it, but it would be you could sell it and it would be worth a reasonable amount of money because it's like the equivalent of the 3 spells in it. So it's valuable, very valuable to a wizard.
I hand them to Cirrus for now.
Okay. Yuri, what are you doing?
Deleting Drax's shit. I'm gonna try and make my way back to them.
Oh, to your friends. Okay. So I'll say you find them.
Doesn't even
reading-
have a torch when we left.
I have torches. I just didn't want to use them.
I'm gonna say you have the torch in your new human wood broken hand thing.
Oh my
So
god, my hand
ma-
is on fire. It's just dragging on the ground.
You lit your wooden arm on fire. I need to cast a bonfire.
Okay.
May
Put it out!
Your new prosthetic lasted 5 minutes. You set it on fire.
May Drax try to help Yuri have a much better fitting wooden hand by trying to break it.
Yeah. After Yuri's turn, you can try and sabotage her arm. That is
Okay.
fine. Yuri, what would you like to do? So you've come in. You see Drac reciting some poetry. Francis and Cirrus are looking at a spell book. I will say you do see some sketches on the floor. That might pique your interest.
I'm gonna accidentally slap the shit out of Drax with my wooden arm that's kind of on fire while I make my way to the drawings.
Okay, that's, I guess, a strength check.
And fire damage.
No fire damage.
I'm gonna say
Are you
it's,
immune?
Yeah.
I thought it was just resistant.
Probably be resistance.
Oh,
but
well,
still.
I thought that's
It's not
what I meant.
immunity.
Oh. Oh.
Immune is
needs
no
to be-
damage, resistance is half.
So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yuri, roll me for strength to see if you manage to slap him. I presume you're not
sorry.
trying. Are you trying to do damage, or are you just trying to jokingly slap him?
Yeah, like I pivot on my heel and it flings.
Yes.
It's attached by just a little string, so it goes whooshing and swings round and hits him.
Okay, roll me for strength, and then
Sorry, I initially did a save.
it's fine, and let me know how the hand toss goes.
3.
Oh, Drac, you just see this wooden arm fly past you and hit the wall and break a little bit more. A few of the fingers fall off.
Look at these drawings.
As you
Yurdi,
can-
you're now a double amputee. You're missing an arm and some fingers.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they were always missing, though, if you think about it.
Drac, as you look down, you see that it's the middle fingers that have fallen off and seem to be in like a V-type shape. Yurdi, you can, as you come in and you have some shenanigans, you are semi-interested in the charcoal drawings, and in one sketch you can see an elegantly dressed tiefling who you recognize as Itzmin, who you met outside.
Maybe this guy's a little vain. I think he knows what was going on down here.
There also seems to be about 3 or 4 pictures, and it seems to be quite a pretty manor house. This one seems to be more details than the rest of them. You don't recognize it, but I'll say probably recognize the architecture as being from the Autumn District. So you would guess this house is probably somewhere there.
Is it like blueprints or like a drawing of the house?
No, just a good charcoal sketch of the same house.
I'm gonna
It
take
just-
it.
At the bottom, it's in the last sketch of it, the word home is written as well in common. And I'm going to let you all roll me a d20 to see if you find one more thing in this room.
Big 8.
Just a d20.
Oh, that's 20.
Okay, does anyone beat a nut? There'd have to be another 20 to win.
Nope.
Okay, very good. Drac, as you are watching everyone pick things up and take them, you probably look a bit disheartened, though you do have your amazing poem that I'm going to say is worth a lot of money at some point. As you go through the desk, you find half of a hinged silver locket wrapped in paper. So it's like a little silver heart locket, but there's only one half of it. And inside the locket, there contains a tiny pencil portrait of a warmly smiling woman.
Is she human?
Seems to be human, yeah, in the picture. And it's worth probably a couple gold pieces, but there's only half of it, so...
Okay.
So, what would you guys like to do next?
Moving on.
And that you can go up or you can go down.
I think we
Set
should
it on
probably
fire.
And
Please
you can-
don't.
You can,
This is our way out if we go down.
Do we think over this way?
Yeah, I think that is the route
You're going down?
Yep.
down
Okay.
Find the
the
devil.
depths.
Yeah, again, it is very dark, so I guess you guys, if you want to have your torches lit, that's fine. And I don't need to reveal anything, Albert, because you guys can presume that you're on the bottom floor at this time. You can see the broken wood of the elevator that you broke before has landed around this area.
The elevator landed down here when we landed 3 floors up.
parts of the elevator have gone down here, yeah.
Oh.
So you can see the wailing wind seems to be really windy in this part of the cavern. You can
Didn't
see
that guy mention the wind? The sick guy?
The wind
Rafaela's
came in with
husband.
The sickness came in with the wind, sorry.
So yeah, it's about 30 feet high in here, and you can see strange symbols are scrawled across its walls. The skeletons of two huge creatures are here, one embedded in the east wall, and the other one coiled around an altar covered in filthy feathers.
I'm gonna cast Comprehend Languages
What's with the
so I
wood?
can try and read it.
What's with
Very
the wood,
good.
Martin?
Pardon?
What's with the wood?
What?
The big square.
I think
That's
that's the elevator
What's that,
wood.
the elevator, right? Okay.
Where the elevator, if it would have worked, it would look like that, but it's just
Yeah,
broken wood at this
got
point
you,
that's
got you.
fallen down.
So just so you know, for the Comprehend Language, I must be touching the surface on which the words are written. And it
Okay.
doesn't decode secret messages in a text or a glyph, such as an arcane sigil.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I presume you also know what language it is as well.
You understand the literal meaning of any spoken or written language, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it seems to be in Abyssal. And it seems to talk about some form of an innocent creature or person is being twisted into an envoy for someone or something called Pazuza, and he's spreading corruption through the region.
It's talking about some Pazuki guy.
Yeah, seems to be like a prophecy or an omen, like that's something that will happen.
Martin, would this have any connection with where I'm from? Would I have an advantage on a history? Would I know the name?
You'd have to do me a. You wouldn't get advantage, but you could do me a history check.
Okay.
See if you possibly learn something.
12.
No, you're not sure. Maybe, yeah. Not sure about this. Anyone else? What would you like to look at? So yeah, there's
Check out the altar.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much where all over the altar seems to be covered in feathers. Quite large feathers, though.
Didn't they say a giant owl?
Yeah.
You can roll me a nature check to see if, to kind of look at the feathers in a bit more detail.
Okay.
I'll give it a try. Not that I'm any good at it.
Mine.
No, it's 0.
It came right off a 19.
Mine was a 15 to a 5.
Okay. No, unless you got. So you'd have to get over a 14 to really know anything. No, they look like large feathers. Like
You already did.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Feather, yeah.
Okay, you already did. Yeah, these clearly, they don't seem to be any creature that you've hit. Like, I'm gonna say you've probably found owlbear feathers before. This seems to be similar to one, but you know that it's not an owlbear because the feathers are different, and plus it tastes different. So,
The taste gives it away. It's kind of like an owlbear, but not an owlbear.
So just an owl?
Maybe like an owl tiger. I'm not too sure. Some sort of hybridy.
Drax sees the remains of the elevator in the middle of the floor and runs and jumps on top of it to try and make progress.
You're just jumping on little bits, shards of wood at this point. It's literally just. Yeah. But that's cool. You can jump up and down.
I go investigate the bones.
Yeah, you can do. Roll me for a nature check.
What about survival?
No, nature.
Natural 20!
Nice.
Okay, again, maybe you paid attention in your bardic history classes, but we're 100% sure that these are the bones of kind of like a dragon-like race, and you've heard them be referred to as dinosaurs. They seem to be some dinosaur bones. that are one of them is kind of still in the wall, but it seems to be complete, as the other one seems to be kind of more twisted around the altar.
Okay, so the Drac, these were a type of dragon. It's called a dinosaur.
Drac walks over and grabs the skull and picks it up and looks at it directly.
Unfortunately, you don't, because just as she's explaining this to you, both the skeletons seem to start moving, and as they start to, one starts to come out of the wall, as the other one seems to start getting up from the altar, and that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Nope.
They're dancing.
They might dance. We'll find out next week.
Dinosaurs, roll a performance check.
Man, if you want to charm some dinosaur skeletons, you're more than welcome. So yes, that is the end of tonight's game. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. Yeah, we'll have our little after game chat. But yeah, do you want to finish us off, Oliver, and say goodbye to everyone?
I will do. Aye. Well, first of all, thanks Martin for another superb game, another great cliffhanger as well.
Time to fight some dinos.
And Brew, Chris, and Izzy, thanks for playing. It's always a pleasure, guys. Just say goodnight to everybody on Twitch. We have to leave an extra minute because sometimes the recording you lose the last 1 minute.
Okay.
So we have to talk
cool.
a little bit of shit at the end just in case I lose anything that's going on.
That's fine. I'm going to shout at everyone and teach them what the rule of core means. It basically means I'm right and fuck off. So you can put that on YouTube if you want.
Yeah, if you're watching and you dig this style of D&D, check out the links below on YouTube when we put it on YouTube, and you'll see Martin start playing. Like, you can hire him to be a DM, and you can have fun with him and his friends playing D&D as well. And also, if you're into just the whole thing in general, playing TTRPGs, maybe on a channel like we do, come and join us in Discord. Come and meet us. The more the merrier. We love this shit. We do it all the time. So, what's coming up real quick, I suppose. Next, I have. Well, we have next weekend some more Call of Cthulhu. I think a Call of Cthulhu one shot. Nothing set in stone yet. And on Monday night, I don't even remember what I've got scheduled on YouTube premieres. I've got so much. Oh yeah, the Star Wars RPG we all played last night. That'll be going up on YouTube soon, so stay tuned for that. We did some Star Wars RPG. Me, Chris, Max, and my friend Dave last night. And Martin, and it was excellent. You'll see that on YouTube very soon, so stay tuned. Right.
If anyone hasn't watched it, this was the group that did the Paranoia session as well.
This group played Paranoia. Check out my YouTube. We did another Paranoia scenario. This one was called Title Not Found, and we had an absolute riot throwing each other under the bus, the five of us. It was fantastic. Go check that out. That's a good one to check out. So there you go. That should be enough bullshit chatter. If everyone wants to wave goodnight and say goodbye.
Good night, Twitch.
Bye.
I love you, Jeff Bezos. Don't forget to give your Prime.
Yeah, don't forget to follow and subscribe, everybody. That's what it's all about.